a slaughterhouse. As we arrived, before we even got out of the car, you could hear the cries of these cows inside a slaughterhouse right now. It is breaking our hearts. The cries you hear from these cows are not noises that they make in sanctuaries when they're rescued. These are cries of help. These are cries of mercy. These are cries of fear, vulnerability. They're inside this place that they don't know, around people they don't know, around equipment that is going to kill them, around people who are going to kill them. When they get loaded into here from the truck, they get put into somewhere that's called a lairage. That's like a holding area. And then when the knock box is free, which is a tiny pen for one individual at a time, that they get forced into, however they force them into that, because these cows would not want to go into a knock box. I wouldn't want to. They get forced inside there, where they'll then have a slaughterman bend over, put the gun on the cow's head, the bolt gun on her head, which goes through her skull or his skull. She'll then fall to the floor, not because she's unconscious, because it incapacitates her, so that when the slaughterman has the knife, it's not putting the slaughterman at risk.
Hi Edward, thanks for being in here. Please double tap that screen. Thank you for the comments, guys, as you're coming in into the live.
Yeah, thank you for being here with us.
Yeah, absolutely. The more comments, the more likes, the more hearts we get early on in these live streams, the more the room fills up eventually throughout. And as the animals will be coming here this morning, then we're able to get more eyes on them. So thank you for optimizing this live stream for them.
Yeah, please interact with others in the chat. This is already breaking our hearts. Every time we come to these places, it rips our heart apart. We didn't even get out of the car before we could hear their cries.
Matthew, what's your comment got to do about the slaughterhouse? What's that got to do with the slaughterhouse we're at here?
So,
Love from Israel.
Potentially.
From the Helen. Is that a truck?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, we've got a truck coming in here. So sorry, white line.
I'm sorry, babies.
So you got it. You got it. Excellent. Well done, Mel.
Waving them in.
Well done. You did good. You did good. Let me just show everybody here. In my opinion, this is no more than a slave truck bringing their slaves in to be executed. On that truck that you can see in the screen right now, this will have cows in there. This slaughterhouse kills cows, dairy cows, and cows for their bodies. Someone's saying, where are we? We're at an ABP slaughterhouse. This one is a different location to the one we're normally at, but the victims are the same. These cows here will be spent dairy cows most likely. Once they can't produce enough milk, the industry deems them as a non-profitable commodity, and then they're sent here to be executed. The living beings inside that trailer that you can see right now.
I didn't manage to get the light on, I'm sorry. You can't see.
They're going to be killed this morning. Now, they rushed them in. Security have told them to go up and get around the back so that you can't see them. They don't want you to see these animals. Well done for getting some of them visuals.
Yeah, I heard the tractor come in. I was like, right, ditch the sign. Poor animals.
Yeah. Guys, please double tap the screen. Please, let's get this as busy as we can in here for them. More and more animals will be coming in today. And the more of you in the room there is, the more chance we have for change for them.
They really need change urgently, please. Please. We're not here for our own sake. No way would I ever want to come to a place like this, ever. But because it's happening, we have to. We have to be here for them. We have to show them to the world. We have to educate people because people really don't know what happens. They really don't. And I want to stress that it's not your fault that you don't know. These industries spend so much money trying to lie to you.
Mayo Monkey 2010 says, actually, it's so inhumane.
Yeah, it's
absolutely. Absolutely. The humane lie that we're all fed is just such a false smoke and mirror tactic.
It's
for the
inhuman.
consumer.
It's inhuman. It's not naturally in us to do this to animals or anybody. I believe our natural instinct is to protect,
Got
not
lots of
to
troll
oppress.
comments in here. I'm hungry. I love meat.
Okay, well, guys, anyone who's saying that, thank you for being here. Okay, now we can all say things like I'm hungry, blah blah blah. We're not here because of food. We're not here because of your selfish desires. We used to eat animals as well at one point. We used to drink their breast milk, eat their periods. We used to be like you too. Now, we didn't know what happens in these industries. Like I was saying before, it is not your fault that you don't know. So if you do come into this room, please try and ask questions.
I think another truck. I think there's another
Yeah,
truck.
that is. Oh, God. It's a high one. 1, 2. I'm sorry, babies. I'm sorry.
At the back here.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Flipping hell.
Okay.
This is so evil. This is so sad.
The truck you can see just over Mel's left shoulder. Explain, Mel.
So this truck's just come in here. I'm just going to check who was on that truck.
Yeah.
Obviously, cows come onto this truck, into this slaughterhouse from the beef industry and the dairy industry. So you may not know, but every cow in the dairy industry gets sent to slaughter. Yeah, there are dairy cows on there.
Mayor Monkey, how many trucks a day? I'm not sure how many a day. I mean, the line's been going 8 minutes. There's 2 trucks turned up already. And it's only just gone 7:30 in the morning here.
All right, they were facing the other way. Sorry, it's on slow-mo, but you can see these are dairy cows. Can you see on that?
Not really.
You can see she's facing the other way. Let me see if the other side.
Someone said Mel and Steve are the evil ones. In what part of trying to save animals and defend the most vulnerable beings on this planet makes us evil?
Yeah. If you think protecting others is evil, then yeah, that's me then.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think I am. I don't care if you like me, hate me. I do not care. Just listen to what's happening. I don't care if you stop hurting animals and stop harming them because of any other reason. Just stop hurting them. Stop sending them to these places. Like I said, we're not here to troll you. We're not here to judge you. We are here for those victims going in today. Because like I was saying, I'm not sure what your name is, most people don't understand. This is why we have a sign here. This is a slaughterhouse. This is a slaughterhouse. Okay? This is where sentient beings, just like you, are loaded up onto trucks from the farms that I call slave farms, because that is what it is. Now they get loaded up onto these trucks. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what's happening. They've just been gone through the gates there. A mother cow, okay? She is now going to be unloaded off inside this building that she will only come out of chopped up into pieces. Now that's hell. I wouldn't want you going through that. I wouldn't want to go through that. And we should not allow these animals to go through that. We're animals too. How is it that just because they look different to us, it's okay to oppress them in some people's views? But in fact, most people don't think that. Actually, most people who don't understand, they actually don't think that that's okay. But when you pick up a glass of milk or a bottle of milk from Tesco's or the supermarket, when was the last time you saw the cows in a slaughterhouse? When was the last time you saw the forcible impregnation these mother cows from the dairy industry has put upon them? They get put into something called a cattle crush. So when they're sexually mature enough, they basically go into a big, it's like a cage that they walk them into, or electrocute them into, however they get them in there. It then comes over their body. They can't get out the front, but the farmer has access to her back end. Now, what he does to her is absolutely horrific. They call it artificial insemination when they put themselves inside of her. He puts his whole entire arm inside of her and injects her with bull semen.
David says, have you ever worked on a farm, Mel and Steve? David, we've never worked on a farm, but we've investigated loads of farms. If you go over to our main channel, you'll see all of our investigations where we've investigated many farms.
Yeah.
So we know exactly what happens in there.
We've been on more...
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Yeah, we've been on more farms than most people. Farmers don't know much about farming whatsoever. They just know about their particular farm. They just know about their particular farm. Animal rights activists are the ones who actually know, because they go and investigate. They go and see what these farmers actually do.
Alex said, did you see the video and ear tag from yesterday? I remember seeing an ear tag.
I saw an ear tag on the floor.
On the floor.
And I saw a down dairy cow photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see the video. I didn't see it, Alex.
No, can you explain it?
Yeah.
So anyone who doesn't know what a down dairy cow means, it means after she has had forcible impregnation upon her, had her babies taken away from her, which I'll explain this slower, but over and over again, is milked. That happens repeatedly. She's called a down dairy cow when she can no longer stand up, and they then will send her to a slaughterhouse. So this cow yesterday, which came to this facility, there was an activist that caught one of the cows laying on the truck's floor, and I'm not sure how they got her off the truck, but there is some implications, isn't there?
So there's something, basically, it's an absolute load of shit. Like, we're not welfareists whatsoever, and the title of this act is an absolute nonsense anyway. It's called the Animal Welfare at Time of Killing Act. Like, as if you could have that. Like, how can we look after you at the time that we're trying to take your life? And that act basically is supposed to protect animals from mistreatment, even though they're about to be shot in the head and have their heads cut off anyway. And what it basically means is that you have to have a vet assessment of dairy cows to see if they are fit to move, because down dairy cows are really common in the industry. They're just so exhausted. I've actually seen footage of down dairy cows laying on the milking parlour, having the last bits of their breast milk taken from them before they get shot in the head. Now, someone who has I can't remember what it's called. It's like a certificate of competence, a COC. Yeah. So you have to have a COC to be able to kill an animal. How you get that COC, I haven't, could you just imagine practicing killing to then say, yes, this person is now a competent murderer? So when you have down dairy cows, the vet will make a decision as to if they are safe to make a short journey to a slaughterhouse. They call it, there's a special transport name they call it, I can't remember what it is at the moment. And then, if they can't get them to stand up and walk to their death to the kill floor, then a person of competence will come out and kill them. Now, also check this out. If a down dairy cow goes down on a farm and they can't get a vet out and the cow is suffering and struggling and she's, can't stand, the person of competence, is allowed to come and shoot them and kill them as well. If that person isn't available, then the next person is allowed to, as long as they can then prove later on that they did it with competence. The whole thing is just a load of rubbish, just to humane wash the public to believe that as soon as you have an act, like we got an animal welfare act at the time of killing, therefore the public will never question that act. They'll believe that, oh, the British standard is so high, this is all under control, and they'll never critically think about it. It's just a load of shit.
Yeah, so they post things out for the public to basically help farmers, not the animals, not the animals. There is no such thing as humane killing, right?
No, you're good. It's all right. It's just the cleaning people.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no such thing as humane killing, right? Because how could someone kill you humanely? No, they put that humane word in front of slaughter to make you feel better. It's nothing for the animals. Every single animal gets stabbed in the throat. Every single animal that you and your children in the cars, you see in the fields, in the farms, on the trucks, are all going to be stabbed in the throat. Now, when you are in the car with a child, what does the child do when they see cows? Oh, mum, cows, look, dad, look at the cows. I was that child. I didn't realise the evil that our species could do to them. I didn't even question, what the hell am I doing drinking cow?
No, you're fine. Okay, you keep going. Keep on your mindset.
Like, what the hell am I doing drinking the breast milk that was intended for somebody else's baby? Like, who do we think we are? Just because people can make money off animals and their secretions and oppressing them and using them and commodifying them for whether it's entertainment, animal testing, cow's milk, chicken periods, their flesh, their feathers, their wool, their skins. Who do we think we are? Now, I know there's going to be some really great people coming into this live chat today, or could even be here already. Please ask questions. There's already been 2 trucks going into this place today, and we've been here, what, like 10 minutes?
Yeah, we were here for just under 8 minutes and 2 trucks had come in already.
And when we arrived, there's already maybe 5 cows crying inside.
The cries when we got out today, guys, to give you context, we come to slaughterhouses at least twice a week. The cries that when we got out the car this morning were so harrowing. They ripped, like, I'm kind of hard, I find, to
We've
some
seen
of this
a lot,
stuff.
haven't we?
They broke my heart this morning. It affected me so much, I couldn't work out how to put the microphones into the phone. It threw me, like, hugely. There's such a distinct cry for help or like distress or sadness coming from these cows. It threw me this morning. It knocked me on my back foot, and I couldn't even put the flipping microphones in.
Alex just sent this, their body parts from yesterday. That's what happens to these animals.
Yeah, exactly, Alex. The industry never advertised slaughterhouses. This is why you see things like ABP Foods on the side of the buildings or Avara Food Group. There's no sign outside the front of this building that says slaughterhouse.
No, that's why there is a sign when we come and when Alex comes and other people come to these places. We show people what goes on in this place, because to anyone else. No, okay, yeah.
Everyone who's just coming in the room, please make sure you double tap the screen. The room's now filling up, about 150 in here now. So this is a good time to ask the chat to put 1 in the chat if you are vegan. Put 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to conversations about veganism. And put 3 in the chat if you're an anti-vegan troll and you don't care about animals.
All right, truck's coming back out now. So his poor mother cows have been unloaded off and they're going to be stabbed here now. Every single person in this industry is accountable, and every single person that pays them is accountable. These people know, you might not know yet.
This truck is now leaving.
Shameful.
The animals will be killed before the day is over.
Shameful.
To me, this looks like a slave truck. This
It
looks
is.
like, bringing their slaves to their death.
Looks like something that came straight out of a museum, right?
Now, listen, we just done a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There is an overwhelming amount of 2s
Amazing.
in the chat. Absolutely amazing.
To all the number 2s, thank you for being here. Like, we are not here to fight with you. We are not here to judge you. We are here just for the victims at this particular place and all around the world. This is one slaughterhouse. 2 trucks have turned up within 10 minutes of being here. There was cows crying when we first arrived. That was breaking our heart. I posted on Instagram what I could hear the moment I got out of the car. It physically hurts. And I know this would break your heart too, being here. So I urge you to stay on this live, because we're going to be telling you some stuff that you've never heard before and you probably haven't known before. Anyone who's just joined the live stream or is in the live stream, please double tap the screen. It's not for our sake. It's to just try and push this live out to more people to see the animals, so people can bear witness with us, and so they can learn why these animals are here.
Also, to all the number 2s, Alex just put a really important comment in here. Please, if you're a number 2, just double tap on the description of this live stream. Press the 3 dots, hit the description. There's a link tree at the top in that description. Please click that link tree, and in that link tree, you're going to find documentaries such as Dominion, Pignorant. You're going to see undercover investigations by Joey Carbstrong investigations team. Please go and watch that media. Go and see what happens on the inside of this place. And I want to make a really, really strong point that we are not here to clash with non-vegans. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to argue with you. The idea is that we come alongside you and we turn your heads against the industry that have lied to you. You're probably a really good person, and you probably don't even know the violence and the exploitation that you pay for when you buy things such as innocent things, or what appear to be innocent, like eggs or milk chocolate or yogurt
like
or
you
butter.
think is innocent. And Steve, how long did we pay for it?
I was 36 before I realised that cows did not just produce milk because they ate grass.
Yeah, I was 26. I paid for it 26
Feb to
years.
12. What was the number 2 again? The number 2 was someone who wasn't vegan, but they are open to the conversation of being vegan. They're here to have a good conversation, to ask genuine questions, and to find out why we're here at 7:30 in the morning in 0 degrees with a sign outside of a slaughterhouse, hearing cows crying for their life.
Here you go. This investigation was done in 2010, so quite a while ago, but this is what you can see. This is what I mean. This is a knockbox. Okay, you can see this on animalaid.org.uk, but that's what a knockbox is. So each individual will be forced inside of that knockbox. I say forced because they use, well, we don't know, do we, on the inside. They use whatever they can do to get them in. That's them. What's the beeps? Don't know whether that's in support or what that is, but yeah, so this was done 2010, that picture was taken. I'll read through that a bit later and tell you.
eFootball Pack is saying avocado farming is just as bad.
No. See, this is where it's not your fault that you're saying these silly things, because obviously Piers Morgan and people like that, or Joe Rogan, is teaching you this absolute silly information. You think farming avocados is the same as stabbing sentient beings. Now, I know you're talking about the honeybees that are used for pollination, right? So there's a big misconception with this, that people think bees die for avocados. But in reality, it's only California that is doing this, by the way. And they are hiring those bees from the honey industry, something that vegans boycott, okay? They are hiring them from there, and these bees are dying of mites, not because of pollination of the avocados. You can't force bees to pollinate avocados, but they are being hired from the honey industry. Bees also do this thing where when they're hired and they travel in their nest, when they're in their nest, they won't go to the toilet in there. So they'll be trapped in their nest, and a lot of them will die purely from not going to the loo in there. They'd rather die than mess up their hive, because the hive is their food. That's where their queen bee lives, and they have to look after it. So if you are against what happens in the avocado industry there, you would boycott the honey industry, because that's the root cause. Now you can farm avocados without doing that, and they do. You can do that. But there is not a way you can farm animals without stabbing them in the throat and commodifying them.
But Controller 516, thank you for your question. They put, what about halal meat? Oh, hang on, guys. I will answer that in 1
Flipping hell.
second.
Small hole in one here.
Go to the back, go to the back, go to the back. Oh, I'm so
Hi,
sorry.
baby. Oh
Hello,
my God.
baby.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, baby.
I'm so sorry,
Hey,
baby.
gorgeous.
We love you. I'm so sorry.
Single
Hell.
cow.
One cow in there on her own.
Oh man, the way that they look back on
Looking
the way
right into my eyes. Looking right into my eyes. She's going in there. Have you ever looked into the eyes of someone who's about to be stabbed?
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever touched the nose of someone who's about to be murdered? My heart starts really racing.
Guys, if you can see on the center of the screen right now, you may be able to see her just looking out at the slats. You see that little white stripe as she's looking back out at us, right in the center of the screen. You see her, there she is. You see her right now. These are her last moments. And this is a sentient being. This is an individual who did not want to die. She's right in the center of the screen and off she goes. She's now going to be taken into a layerage. It's a holding pen before she's killed. She's done that lone journey by herself to this slaughterhouse to die for an optional product. Hey, David.
This is her.
Here she was. She was here by herself. She's been transported by herself. Now let's just take a moment to understand what she's been through, right? Should we swap over for a minute? You've done some good.
You go for it. Yeah.
I'm going to move this into the position and then... All right, I'm going to put this here. Right, let me just go... I'm going to make some presumptions.
I don't know if there's anything sadder than this. There's not.
How's that? Is that,
Yeah.
am I in there?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give you some presumptions of the most likely experiences that she would have had.
Yeah.
So I could tell that she was a dairy cow. Okay, so let me tell you about the dairy industry. In the dairy industry, the females are falsely impregnated, okay? The farmer puts his hand inside of her bum, he holds her cervix and injects her with bull semen. She carries her baby for 9 months like any other mammal. Now, let's just pause there for 1 second, right? Because if that artificial insemination, or I would call it another word that rhymes with grape.
Me too.
And starts with R. If that is unsuccessful, they'll attempt one more time to force that pregnancy on her. If that doesn't take the second time, she's deemed empty. She doesn't pay her bills for the year. She comes to the slaughterhouse. Now, let's say that pregnancy did take. When the baby's born 9 months later, male or female, they'll be removed from their mum. Again, let's pause there. How much audacity do we have to have as a species to believe that human women are the only species that have maternal bonds with their babies? How evil and sadistic of us is that to believe that we're the only ones who care about our babies? Now, she'll have her baby taken from her. If the baby was born male, they're deemed a waste product in this industry because they don't produce milk. So within a week to 2 to 3 months, they'll be killed, either as a waste product and thrown away, or they'll be killed for veal. If the baby born was female, they'll be put into an isolation hutch. They don't get to spend time with their mums. The cows that you see in the field with their babies, they're being exploited for their bodies. They're known as beef cows. Different breed of cow, different species of cow, breed of cow, sorry, yeah. Now, the isolation hutch is where she will stay and she will be fed a milk supplement because the milk that would be intended for her from her mum is now being extracted from her mum's body and used for dairy milk, for yogurt, for cheese, for custard, for milk, for all these other ridiculous optional products that you do not need to have to survive. When she's sexually mature, she'll be taken out of that hutch and she'll be added onto the back of the dairy line. This process will be repeated over and over and over again for the mother until she is either empty, until she puts up, what would you say, I would call it justified behavior, but If she gets a little bit tetchy, if she doesn't like the farmers coming too close to her and they start defending themselves, they're off to the slaughterhouse. Or if the milk production that she can no longer produce is deemed profitable, if she's no longer paying her way with her milk, then she'll be sent here. Now, on average, dairy cows come to a slaughterhouse at about 5 years old. So, the individual you saw just going inside here in that little truck, that would have been her life. That would have been her experience. Now, when she opened her eyes as a little calf, she had the same hope. Truck, go.
There's so many.
Here's another individual.
See,
I'm so sorry, baby. We love you.
I'm so
We love
sorry.
you. We love you. We love
I'm
you.
so sorry.
We love you. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous.
I'm so sorry.
Hey.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
That was the lady who sings as she goes into work here. Good spot with that.
Oh man, that's throwing
Let
me.
me just show everybody who that was.
Guys, I can't remember where I was.
I've got something to say as well from David here.
All right.
Look at them.
Oh yeah, I know where I was going. Let me just finish my.
She looks like from the beef industry.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few babies in there. They were young.
Oh, it stinks.
Look at them. So unfair. David just said.
Oh, sorry, can I just finish before I forget? So guys, that individual that come around here in that small holding truck by herself that you saw gone in, that would have been her experience, right? But when she opened her eyes as a newborn calf, she had all the hope in the world that her life would be full of love, would be full of friendship, would be full of family. She had all the hope in the world that she wouldn't be exploited, that she would have a fair shot in this world. She opened her eyes with as much hope in her heart as you did. But for her, it was never going to be a life. It was never going to be freedom. It was never going to be a subjective experience where she would look back and say, I enjoyed my life.
Shame on you.
How sad is that? Now, the other thing, and my last point when it comes to the dairy industry, and then I'll swap back over with Mel. Dairy cows are often sold on how much they weigh. So there's a highly likely chance that when dairy cows are coming to the slaughterhouse to be killed because their milk production's declined, they also have babies inside their tummies. There's the dairy industry, guys. Now listen, all the number twos who are in the chat, if any of that plays in your emotions, plays on your mindset, please go and watch Dominion. Don't take my word for granted. Go and watch, go and see the truth, go and see the reality.
Shame on you. Shame on him. Yeah, there's the farmer that says they love their animals, right?
There you go. Let's swap back over.
Utter betrayal. I'm just going to read this comment.
It's another truck.
Is it? Is that? No.
Yeah, it's
Oh
another
gosh,
truck.
flipping hell.
Another truck, guys. Another truck.
Killing so many individuals. How dare they?
Watch your back. Watch your back. Hey, angels.
I'm so sorry.
We're so sorry. I'm so sorry for what our species have done to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Guys, they're dairy cows going in to have their lives taken for optional products. This is an unnecessary evil that doesn't need to happen. You need to live vegan and not be the reason why these beautiful angels have their lives taken.
I got. What the hell?
Double tap the screen, subscribe, hit the bell.
She got blood all over her in the back. Look how sore she is.
Yeah, she looks really sore.
Look, this is very powerful here right now.
Looks really similar to that skin condition that we saw before once here.
I turned and she came and looked at the camera.
Oh, bless her. Bless her. Again, dairy cow. Look, this is her last view. Her last view on someone who actually cared, who actually considered her someone.
Oh my
And she
God.
turns away.
She's no different to our little bear at home. Our little doggy.
I had to ditch the sign.
Yeah,
Please
no.
double tap the screen, guys. Please double tap the screen. Subscribe and hit the bell because we do these live streams all the time. If you're someone who's curious about why we do this, then please subscribe, hit the bell, and come with us as we go all over the country and we expose these slaughterhouses. In that truck right now, this is her last journey.
Is that another one? There's another one.
There's more, there's more, there's more. Wait,
Flipping
guys,
hell.
wait, there's more.
Shame on you.
Oh, these look like babies. They look tiny. They're tiny. No, they're babies. Are they babies? Oh, man. Come on, guys. Come on. This evil needs to stop.
I can't.
This is not justified. Were they babies?
Let me have a look. Let me have a look. That was a tiny trailer.
That was a tiny, tiny trailer. Were they babies? You can't see there. I think you got to tilt it down maybe and go back a little bit. That's it there. You know what? Let me just do this.
That helped earlier, yeah. It's a baby.
Oh, look.
That's a little baby.
Oh, is it on the right hand side?
Yeah.
Look how small she is.
Little baby boy.
Yeah, most likely a boy. Like I spoke about a minute ago, guys, the males in this industry are deemed a waste product. Now, this baby boy on that right-hand side, show again.
Yeah, I will.
This baby boy on the right-hand side was born into the dairy industry, most likely, viewed as a commodity, as a waste product. When you buy milk, when you buy chocolate, when you buy yogurts, when you buy cheese, when you buy any of these products, this is who you condemn to death. And this is the reality of it. Again, we're not coming from judgment. We're not coming at a place of attacking non-vegans. I'm just simply telling you, that's the reality that you support.
Oh my gosh.
That's the reality you support. So please.
That was a little baby. See how those trucks are built for babies. So when you look at it, the trucks are very different to the other ones. They don't have the slats. They have tiny little holes like this big.
Yeah.
They're thinner, they're smaller. So they're the ones with the babies on. The baby boys from these industries who are classed as a waste product. Because if you're drinking their breast milk, the babies are being murdered. The baby that is intended, the milk that is intended for that baby boy. No wonder that farmer got a bit triggered.
Yeah.
And that's why.
He knew that we knew they were babies.
Yeah.
Well, I said loud, I was like, they're babies in there. I knew it.
Yesterday, there was activists here, and I think they probably were like, because don't forget, guys, farmers are their target audience, right? So if they say to the farmers, activists are here, don't come, then yesterday activists were here, they probably didn't come. But they did, they come in today. There's truck after truck after truck after truck. I've never seen it like this before, and I think it's because activists were here yesterday. That was a little baby. I don't think I've never seen a baby that small going into a slaughterhouse from the dairy industry before.
Looking up at the world like, please help, like with hope. You can only imagine the fear that they must be going through right now. Going to be dropped off into some strange place. Potentially that was mother and child. Potentially, it's just a guess. But that could potentially be mother and child being dropped off at a slaughterhouse together at the same time. David, does that ever happen? Did you ever see that when you were inspecting?
To me, the other one didn't look like a mum.
She
was a bit small still. I think they are, I think one's a boy who is deemed unprofitable because he doesn't produce milk. And I think the other one could potentially be a female who might have something that's not classed as perfect. Because if one of the cows have like an extra toe or something like that, they will send them to a slaughterhouse so that the DEFRA don't know, because if they find an imperfect animal, then likely the animals have to all be killed and they have to start again. So it's like hiding. They like hide that. We met Rosa from the retreat who had an extra toe, and that's how she was saved. She was going to be killed, but luckily someone saved her. That's really broken my heart.
Yeah, it's hard to see, isn't it? Really hard to see, guys.
Knowing that I can't save them, knowing that I can't go in there and save them.
We've been here 40 minutes, right? And what's that? The 6th truck, 5th truck, 6th truck? Let's make a point as well of saying that, like, they were all small holding trucks. This is your local farmer coming to the same slaughterhouse, and you're going to see, as we're here for the next few hours, you're going to see factory farming trucks turning up at the same time.
What was Alex in the room? Is Alex still in the room?
I'm not sure. David, so we've got David in here.
David said something earlier that I wanted to say. He said he's seen babies been cut out of their mothers, whilst the mother has had their skin ripped off their face.
We've got a lot of people saying, sadly, it's part of life.
No, it's not. This isn't part of life.
Why is it part of life?
This happens because people are paying for...
No, it's not, is it? Is that a refrigerated or...
Yeah, it's nothing was on that.
No?
Because people are paying for meat, eggs, dairy, fish, leather, wool. If you're not vegan, they're going in there for you. And I'm not saying that judgmentally. I'm saying that because you probably don't understand or know. This ends when you stop paying for it. I used to pay for this and I didn't know. I didn't have a clue what went on in the industry. I genuinely believed the adverts. I genuinely believed that cows, they were just kind of wild and they would make milk after they ate grass. I didn't know that they had to be pregnant. I didn't know that every single cow who produces milk is a mother, just like a human.
Empty truck leaving here, guys. Empty truck.
Shameful. Shameful.
So sad. Listen, tell everyone where we are, anyone joining the live stream. And actually, whilst Liz is telling you where we are, guys, this is a good time. Put number 1 in the chat if you are vegan. Put number 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you are open to the conversation around veganism. And put 3 in the chat if you're an anti-vegan troll who doesn't care.
I hate that.
Amazing, straight in, loads of 2s. 2s. Thank you all for being here, 2s. Thank you all for being here. 1s, thank you all for being here to defend the animals too. And 2s, again, I'm just going to say again, look, we're not here to clash with you. We're not here to judge you. Like, we want to talk to you because our objective, what we're trying to achieve, is to save these animals. We're not here for any other reason other than to stop this evil happening. Yeah. You just saw baby animals being brought here to be shot in the head and stabbed, and we're trying to tell you why. No, we're all good. I got an eye on the trucks, don't worry.
Yeah, sorry guys.
You tell everyone where we are, get them to double tap the screen.
Yeah, please double tap that screen. Oh my God. It's getting to me.
Do you want me to take over?
I've never seen a baby that small go to a slaughterhouse, not in the dairy industry. I know they go there. I have seen through other videos, but personally, I've never seen a little baby boy going in. It just makes me feel so sad that...
You okay? Here you go. You're all right. Give me this. I got it. We'll stop for a second. All right. I got it. It's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, guys, look. Although we do this a lot, although, you know, we know what happens, it still gets to us, right? It's still emotionally difficult. It's not easy to see. It's not easy to be here. It's hard. It's hard, especially when you see these little innocent eyes come past, when you see their little noses and their little ears sticking out the side of these trucks. And I know what's about to happen to them. I know where they're about to go. They probably still have hope. They probably still don't have a clue. They're probably thinking, like, what's happening to me? Where am I going? Let's talk a little bit about, I mean, one of the things that people often say, right, is farmers love their animals, and small, organic, local farms, there's nothing wrong there, okay? So let's talk about that for a little bit whilst we're waiting for the next trucks to arrive. Please stay in the room, double tap the screen and subscribe whilst I'm telling you. Let's steel man this position. Let's say that these cows that last truck that you saw, the baby and the larger cow in there, let's say that they came from a small local farm where from the moment they were born, that farmer loved them. That farmer gave them everything that they needed, belly rubs, played music to them. He went down into the barn and tucked them in every single night. He woke them up in the morning with fresh breakfast, and he spent all of his time loving them and being with them. What an ultimate betrayal on the day that he decides that they're no longer profitable and that he will then bring them here. Could you imagine trusting somebody with your whole life, trusting someone with everything you've got, thinking that that person loves you? You would willingly follow that person onto a truck. You wouldn't question it. Why would you? This person's shown you nothing but love. And the day that you follow them onto that truck and they drive you here, they go through the gates that are behind me, they'll be offloaded into the layerage, and then them cows have to watch that farmer drive away and leave them there, questioning why. Why did this farmer, who has loved me my whole life, leave me in this layerage? Why am I around strange people? Why am I around all this strange equipment? This machinery is scary. There are other cows I don't know here. It smells like blood. It smells like death. Could you imagine the ultimate betrayal? This is why we never come from a welfare position. There's no right way to do the wrong thing. There's no humane way to kill someone who doesn't want to die. This is just absolute lies, fallacies. This is smoke and mirrors told to the consumer. Because if the consumer was told the truth, if the consumer saw the truth, these industries would collapse immediately. Why do you think they have 16-foot spike fences all the way around slaughterhouses with CCTV, cattle grids, security, turnstile gates? I've seen prisons in the UK with less security. I always say it because it's so true. There are prisons that are less secure than this slaughterhouse. Why? Now, if the industry is so transparent, when we talk about RSPCA assured, red tractor certified, best of British farming, animal welfare is the highest of standards. Farmers love their animals. Why? Why is the public fed all that information? Because it's to humane wash you. It's to make you believe that what happens here is humane, it's ethical, it's all okay. The second thing it does is it tries to indoctrinate you to not critically think about this issue. If the public aren't thinking about what happened to get this block of cheese, then they keep profiting off of the industry that creates that block of cheese. But unbeknown to the consumer, that industry is evil. The industry is violent. The industry is nothing more than exploitative slavery, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've got people saying they love cheese.
That's not why we're here. We're not here to say that you can't eat cheese. We're here to say buy the vegan cheese, because the vegan cheese doesn't contain this exploitation. If I gave you 2 plates, one plate had cow's cheese, which had all the exploitation that I've been talking about and Mel's been talking about on it, or you had vegan cheese, which had none of it. And I said, same price, same shop, same situation, same taste, everything's the same. What cheese are you going to choose? This is all we're telling you. You can choose an option from right now, you can choose an option that does not have a victim, and nothing else changes for you. So now why aren't you taking that option? Why aren't you choosing that?
They said cheese is good for you.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And it's not.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if cheese is the healthiest food on this planet. Let's say that eating humans was the most optimal source of meat that we could have. Let's say that we found out, right, that if we farmed and killed humans and drunk human breast milk and ate cheese made from human breast milk, that we had an extra 50 years added onto our life. Our lifespan would increase by 50 years. It still would not be ethical to farm humans and to kill humans to extend our life by 50 years. It wouldn't be ethical or moral. And that is no difference morally between humans and these animals that are being brought inside this slaughterhouse today. What is the moral difference? There is none.
Yeah.
To any number 2s in the room that may be starting to really think about this now, what I want you to do anytime you come across a grey area or you think, oh, I don't know the answer to that, maybe, oh, I'm not sure, switch the context to a human context. Put a human in that situation. Is it okay to do it to a human? If the answer is a clear no, then that tells you and indicates that it's also a clear no for the animals.
Yeah. Alex said live vegan. Yeah. Alex,
Absolutely.
did you see we caught a little baby going in, little baby boy, we believe.
Tiny. You'll see the
Yeah,
trailer come out in a minute. You can see it immediately that they were babies in there.
Yeah, so those trucks aren't like the big ones. They are small with they haven't got like these slats that the other ones have. They've got tiny little air holes
Yeah.
rather than slats, just so you know what to look out. How old do you reckon? Probably about 2 weeks old.
Babies, like
Yeah.
you know, like a large Labrador,
Yeah.
maybe, or maybe like an Irish Wolfhound size
Yeah.
dog, really, somewhere
Yeah,
around
they're
that
called
size.
bobby calves. Yeah, they're deemed unprofitable to the industry, so they're classed them as a waste product. And we
Yeah.
just witnessed an individual go in here. I think because yesterday activists were here, it looks like all the small holding trucks have waited to come today. There's another truck, Steve.
Cool.
There's been so many. It's been like, I don't know, like 8 now. I'm going to just film you doing it and then show us who's in there. More victims going in here. Double tap the screen, guys. Please double tap.
Hey, babies.
Steve, at the back. There's someone looking out. There.
What?
Yep, there.
Hey, babies. Hey, gorgeous.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're not like these people. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Jeez, man. What the fuck's going on in this world? Come on. Come on. Can you hear them?
Yeah.
Look, listen. I can see them looking back at me.
Yeah, I can see him looking out from here.
This is not good enough, people. This is not good enough. This is not good enough.
They're going to be killed, everybody. They're going to be killed. Because if you're not living vegan, you're paying for this to happen. This is all supply and demand. Right, do you need to switch in?
Huh?
Do you need to switch
I'm
in?
good, I'm good.
Let me know.
I just, you know, like, coming all the time. I see this all the time. But every time you come, it's like you're still in a little bit of disbelief. You're still like thinking, nah, this can't be happening. I can't be stood 400 meters away from such a violent place and no one's doing anything about it.
The ones with the babies on hasn't come back out yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys in the chat, please put 1 if you're vegan, put 2 if you're not vegan but you're open to the conversation around being vegan, and put 3 in the chat if you're just a troll and we should ignore your comments. We want to speak to number 2s today. Number 1s, we appreciate you being in here to defend the animals with us.
Champaraz, thank you for being here. David, 40-year-old vegan, thank you for being in here as always. Guys, David is an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. He works for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, and please utilise him in here. He has seen a lot of things and knows a lot of things that you can't even imagine. So please ask him questions and go and follow him. He's a very powerful activist. Yeah. He is relentless. He does all he can for the animals. And he is very open to asking answering any questions you have. Yeah, like and subscribe.
This is how they leave, right? Big refrigerated lorries, body parts inside these trucks. This is the only way they get to leave. Huge injustice.
Someone said you don't look vegan.
Pardon?
Someone said you don't look vegan.
I don't look vegan? How does a vegan look?
Probably because they...
I mean, stereotypically, I suppose, vegans may have a stereotypical look, but you know, vegans can come in all shapes, sizes, different hair colors, different skin colors, different ethnics, different body types. Yeah. Remember, guys, being vegan is just someone who's against exploiting animals.
Yeah.
Just a simple position against the exploitation of animals.
It's like saying you don't look anti-racist.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
mean,
not a diet, guys.
maybe like it's a compliment. Maybe it's because I'm like a bit bigger than most people, and they might think that you can't be a bodybuilder and be vegan, but you can. This is the thing, guys. You need nutrients, but you can choose your ingredients. You can get all the nutrients from whatever ingredients you choose. And we're asking you to choose ingredients that don't contain violence, they don't contain exploitation.
The irony of wondering, saying, I hope you idiots wake up one day.
Yeah,
The
like
irony.
the reason why we're here is because we woke up. We saw the injustice, we saw the victims. Not only did we see it, but we took the personal accountability and realized that they were in there for us. Because this is the reality. And again, no judgment, no attacking, but the reality is that if you buy a non-vegan product, then you are responsible personally for animals going into slaughterhouses. It's as simple as that. But the good thing is, if that doesn't sit well when you hear it, if that lands on your ears and makes you feel a shiver of uncomfortableness, change. Be vegan.
Do we have the...
Yeah.
That...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is live.
Yeah, let's swap over. Let's swap in. They're probably bored of me for right now. Let's get Mel back on there.
No.
Are you feeling all right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Like, just sometimes, as an animal rights activist, I feel like when you first go vegan and you see a lot of what happens, you break. You break over and over and over. The things you see and witness are not normal things. They're not meant to happen. So they rip your heart apart. Today is the first time I've witnessed such a young baby in the dairy industry going inside the slaughterhouse. And I had a moment where, well, usually you go home and it all kind of hits you. When you're here as activists, you're in work mode and you do what you need to do for the animals. But today, it really got to me. I think the moment we opened the car door, I could hear the cries of the mothers.
Yeah.
Witnessed about 8 trucks going in today. Witnessed a little baby going in today. Little babies going in today. Now, when I say I've never seen a baby so small from the dairy industry going in, which is a male calf, it's because I witness babies from all industries going to slaughter. On Friday, I was outside of a chicken gas chamber. The chickens that you eat are called broiler chickens. Now, they are 6 weeks old when they get sentenced to death in that gas chamber. 42-day-old little babies. The piglets that also go to the gas chamber are 6 months old. Male chicks in the egg industry, just like males in the dairy industry, are classed as a waste product. You know what they do to the male chicks in the egg industry? So every time you pay for eggs, they blend male chicks up alive or gas them. This is what these industries do. Now, I'm sure people on here would have never known this happens. And before I continue, I just want to let you know that I'm not here for welfare. Whether they gas them or whether they use electric bath or whatever, it's no difference. Yes, it's very torturous, but there's no difference between killing someone in this way or this way.
People are saying lies, 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 and no one cares.
No, we go to these places. Go and have a look on our previous live streams. See for yourself.
Subscribe to this channel, hit the bell, come with us if you're a number 2 and you're curious, hit the bell, hit the subscribe.
Ask
You'll see us
yourself,
weekly.
why the hell would I wake up at 3 a.m., travel hours to a slaughterhouse to lie? What have I got to gain? Nothing.
Again, the irony, the industry is the one that lies, right? No, you're
Yeah,
good.
the industry spends billions of pounds lying to you. So when you're saying lies, 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 I presume you're a farmer. I presume you work in the slaughterhouse. We know slaughterhouses have spies on our channels. We know you're in the chat. They lie to you because they profit from you. They lie to you to make you feel better about paying for something that's horrendous. Exploitation, commodification of animals. They lie to you because they want your money. That is it. That is it.
No, good. Is this the baby one coming out now?
Yeah,
or?
it's the baby one.
It is. Guys, this trailer had the babies on. Look how small this trailer is. No bigger than that car.
How old were those babies? Little babies. How dare you? Such betrayal. Such betrayal. Shame on farmers. They're disgusting. Such betrayal. Shame on you. Can only swear at me as he drives off. Is this what a baby trailer looks like?
Yeah. Yeah. Tiny.
You have to put pressure on these places. Different to you guys on the stream. That farmer knows what he's doing. He knows. Because he forcibly impregnates those cows. He takes those babies away from those mothers. That's what he does. He brings those babies here knowing what he's doing, knowing they're going to be stabbed in the throat. Those babies are now inside of this facility. He's left them. He's driven away. Probably going to go home now and have a cup of tea from their mum's breast milk intended for them. He's left them. The farmers that tell you that they love their animals have just left babies and mothers inside this facility where they'll be stabbed in the throat. That's what farmers do. They don't go in there though, do they? David can vouch for this. No farmer will ever go into a slaughterhouse. They won't witness the animals who look to them for protection. They won't witness those animals being killed. They drive away. We're standing here, we've listened to their screams for mercy, we're listening to their cries of anguish, and when we investigate farms, we've seen some horrific things. Mothers crying for their babies all night. All night. Mothers giving birth. There'll be a video coming out soon.
Skrilla3565 says, most of us dairy farmers do it ourselves. What are you
No, you
referring
don't.
to, Skrilla? So Skrilla is a dairy farmer. So these are your victims coming in here, Skrilla.
Skrilla, shame on you.
He's put, you know how
Shame
much
on
money
you.
we spend to keep them alive?
You know how much money the taxpayer subsidise you? Your industry is not working.
When you want to talk about who pays the biggest cost, it's the animals, not the farmers.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean. Farmers don't know anything about farming. They just know about their farm, hardly, because actually the activists know when they put cameras in, right? We know farmers, what did he say? They do it they kill the animals themselves.
I'm not sure what he was
Yeah, because
talking about.
dairy farmers are allowed a shotgun, aren't they? A handgun. But you send animals to a slaughterhouse.
Please don't spam in that chat so we can get the comments coming as well.
You send animals to a slaughterhouse, you forcibly impregnate them, you take their babies away. How could you? How could you? You are the scum of this earth. Now, I don't know if you were brought up into a farming family. I don't know if you're a child in the farming family, because we've had a lot of children reach out to us who message us saying, I don't know how to cope.
Right, Neil Shelton, 149. This one, David will probably go to absolute town on. Neil's comment, I work in a slaughterhouse, as you say. Do you know how many regulations we have to comply with to meet animal rights? We don't stab animals in the throat.
Yes, you do.
You really need to do your homework.
They stab animals in the throat. Every single animal that goes into a slaughterhouse gets stabbed in the throat. Even after they've been sent to gas chambers. Even after that, they all get stabbed in the throat. See a nice support.
This could potentially be another.
Yeah.
Another truck. I'm going to get you. Go. Just be safe as it swings.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, security have seen you, so go for it.
No, I don't think it's not a truck.
All right. Well done. Guys, in the chat, please don't spam anything in there because it makes it really hard to see the comments. It also can kill the live stream off.
I hate.
Anyone spamming will just be timed out. Doesn't matter what you're spamming, you'll get a minute timeout each time.
Can you believe, guys, that people on the live stream, can you believe there's actually been a farmer in here trying to justify the murder of babies? Can you believe that? I cannot stand farmers, and I don't care who knows. I don't care who knows. The general public, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you don't know, but farmers know. Yes, there's conditioning there, but don't you dare come into here when the animals being murdered behind this gate and come and try and defend your industry of violence, disgusting, forcible impregnations, kidnap and murder. That's not okay. That's low, the lowest of the low. How dare you? The biggest war is happening to the animals right now by numbers. By numbers, this is the largest. And we have to fight against it. We have to fight against every single animal farmer, every single slaughterhouse. And we have to show the public the truth because it's not fair.
No.
Guys, in the chat, please put 1 if you're a vegan. Put 2 if you are not vegan, but you're open to having a conversation, open to maybe realizing you didn't know the industry. And number 3, if you absolutely love stabbing animals. Let's see who's in the room. So today there's been so many trucks come in, lots of small holding trucks today. A lot of people will say, oh, but I only buy local from my friend Bob down the road with the cows that I see on the field. They come to a slaughterhouse. Oh, but it's okay, I pet the cows and I know where they are. They still come to a slaughterhouse. They still have their babies taken from them. They're still forcibly impregnated, and if they're not able to conceive, they're not able to weight bear a baby, they get taken to a slaughterhouse. They call those cows empty. That's what they call them. If they do not conceive, they call those cows empty. You want to know how they check if they're empty? They put themselves back inside of the cow. They put their entire arm up to their shoulder inside of the cow to check.
Yeah, David's good point here. David put, Man and Steve, I guess the person who claims they work in a slaughterhouse the cows were killed by magic, not a knife.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
They try and tell you it's like a fairy tale. Like they're doing the cows a favor or something. They're liars. It should be illegal to lie. It should be illegal to lie to the public.
Guys, please, even with the green hearts, can we stop the spamming because it's killing off the chat? We can put them in there, but just not constant, so that we can allow the chat to flow.
Just so we can
see the comments. Remember, our objective here is to talk to people to get them to change.
But yeah,
thank
you for all the comments in the chat. Thank you to every single vegan in the chat. Thank you to every single member of the public who's not vegan yet for being here, being open-minded to learn. Yeah. Who was in the chat when you saw that baby going in?
Yeah,
those babies going in. Who was in the chat when you saw that mother on her own in that small holding truck going beyond these gates?
Someone's put, what is slaughter?
Slaughter is stabbing someone in the throat. Slaughter is taking away someone else's life. It's murder. If you put yourself in the slaughterhouse and someone did to you what they do to the animals, it's called premeditated murder. Because they forced these animals into existence. They planned to do this. And if you put one of these animals in front of Jeffrey Dahmer and he killed them, you would probably call that slaughter. I'd call it murder. It's the same action. Just because you change the word doesn't mean the action changes. And I think you'd be hard to find anyone who disagrees with that.
Sounds
yeah,
suspicious.
Sounds.
Yep. Guys, we've seen lots of small holding trucks coming in. Now we're going to flip and show you the reality. This is now factory farming coming in. And I want you to note that they're all coming to the same slaughterhouse.
Are there any slats open at the bottom? No.
Yeah, no. Go towards the back.
At the back, I've got a... I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
We love you, angels. We love you. A last view on this well.
I'm so. There's another one behind. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We love you. We're never gonna stop. I promise. We're never gonna stop fighting. Steve, there's another one. Oh, they're waiting down there.
They're waiting down
All right,
here,
then I'll
guys.
go down there then.
They're waiting down here because they knew that we were here. Now the security's kept doing. Look, yeah, just stand back from this one. He's driving fast. He's driving fast. He's driving fast. Stand back. Watch the back. Watch the back. Watch the back. Yeah. Well done. Yeah. Good job, Lisa. Good job, Lisa. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay. Now look, let's stand and talk about factory farming and smallholder farming. I've got the shot here with all of them in position. Okay, guys. Those of you who have been with us for the majority of the live stream, you've seen loads of small holding trucks coming in, right? The smaller trucks, like maybe have like a little 4x4 pulling in a little small holding trailer. Well, now, here are the factory farming trucks. So these are the huge haulage companies that get called in to come and pick up hundreds of cows at a time and bring them here all at the same time. You saw that huge green truck at the back, double layered. So this is why when we talk about welfare, it's a lot of nonsense. In fact, here's a poignant shot for you. There's factory farming right next to small holding, literally one next to the other. Can you see that? Center of your screen. You see the little 4x4 car with the small holding trailer to the right, and then you see the factory farm truck to the left. Guys, farming, whether it's done locally or whether it's done on a factory farm, is inhumane, it's unethical. There's no justification to do this to these beautiful animals. Did you not just see that gorgeous white cow? Her eyes were wide open. She looked so fearful, in my opinion.
This one.
There she is. Look at her eyes, wide open, so scared to me. Doesn't know where she is, doesn't know where she's going. Is this guy going to talk, do you reckon? See if we can get him to talk on the way out. We'll do that in a second, see if they talk. They never talk.
Shameful. How old were those cows? Do you tell people you love the animals too? Like, betrayal. Utter betrayal, you disgusting person. Mind your back. Oh, he's not coming in. Yeah.
Thank you, Edward. Edward said that we're right.
Look, I got.
Okay, let's get our position and we'll show everyone. I had a really good shot as well, so let me just. It works a bit better if I zoom in on this shot. Oh, look at her. Guys, her life's going to be taken today for an optional product.
Wait, are they shouting on? They're shouting at them. Evil scum.
Yeah.
Evil people. I hate them. I hate people that do this.
Yeah, good shout, Alex. Guys, click on the 3 dots, go into the description of this live stream and go and watch the documentary Dominion. Go and see what's going to happen to them beautiful animals on the inside of this facility.
Did everyone see?
Well done for getting that shot.
Yeah, I just thought no one's coming the other way. I'm just going to stand in the road and get her. You have to take your opportunities. You have to take your moments in these places.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know if you guys saw the other truck behind didn't move.
Yeah.
It actually waited down there and caused traffic jam.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want me to film the animals.
Why don't the industry want you to film?
That's what I was going to say. The industry don't want me to even just film the animals in the trucks. Oh, they're fighting. Oh my gosh.
Can you guys see this truck? It is kicking and shaking down there.
Cows can smell up to 5 miles away. They know blood. They can smell and hear.
Guys, that whole green factory farming truck
They're fighting for their life.
Shaking. That whole truck was rocking left to right. The white cow that you guys saw, that's the truck that she's on. That truck was literally, that's why Mel stopped talking and I came over and moved the camera just because I couldn't believe the size of that truck. There was this rock. Did you see that?
Yeah.
These animals here are fighting for their life. Guys, whilst we watch that truck as it disappears, these animals, they're sentient, right? They have a central nervous system, same as you do, which means that they have a fight and flight response, same as you do. So sometimes these animals will fight for their life. And that's exactly what they're doing on that green truck right now. They're fighting for their life.
Oh, I hate this.
You can hear it. Can you guys hear them thrashing around? I don't know if our mics are picking them up.
This is for dairy. If you buy dairy, if you buy animal products, they're fighting for their life. Just like how humans would, if the humans were loaded up and put into these positions, you would fight for your life too. You would fight hard. In fact, there's actually 3 responses. First response is that they are so afraid, they freeze. And they just stand there, they're so scared, their body is in fight and flight, they're like, oh my gosh, they can't move. And yeah, the second response is that they try and run. They try and run, evade. And the third response is that they fight for their life and they try and fight back. But they're never going to win.
The whole facility, isn't it? It's designed.
Even
if they got off them trucks, this facility is designed that their death would be inevitable. Once they cross that gate that's behind Mel, it's over for them.
There's a cattle grid that, so if they did escape, it would break their legs and they would drag them back.
Intelligence says it's wrong. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
anyone with an ounce of a brain cell would understand that this is wrong.
Just basic empathy and compassion. And this is what we're trying to get across to people. If you have just basic empathy and compassion, you'd be vegan. When you see this, when you see these animals struggling for their lives and you see what they face, you'd be vegan. It's not rocket science. You don't need to know much. You know, you just have to have a little bit of basic empathy and compassion.
It's simple.
The basics.
I don't know if you can hear them.
Guys, can you hear them crying? Maybe you're here from Mel's mic.
It's going to stay silent for a moment. Steve, if you zoom in, there's a cow there, you can see, in that green truck.
Whereabouts?
There, you see, moving, like, towards the front.
Yeah, okay, I see the one you mean. She's just through there. These are their last moments here today, guys. Explain what people are looking at while they're looking at the screen.
So, you were looking at a slaughter truck with a cow in this truck here. It's like a dairy cow. So it's about to be unloaded up into a slaughterhouse. They'll be unloaded up into something called a lairage, which is like a holding pen. And when the kill floor is ready, the knock box is ready, they will force her or him into that knock box. I'll show you a photo in a minute, where she'll be bolt gunned in the head. Not for her sake, for the workers' sake, because cows are extremely strong animals. She'll then be stabbed in the throat and bled out to die.
People who say that you're not making a difference and nothing's changing, you couldn't be so wrong. And in fact, the only reason why you're saying that is probably out of fear of the fact you do know things are changing. Out of fear of the fact you can see the word vegan now anywhere you go. You see vegan options on menus. You see vegan options and sections in supermarkets. You see it everywhere. And now what's happening is when you're seeing the option, you now have to actively select the option that hurts animals. Imagine that, going into a restaurant and saying, would you like the vegan menu or would you want the menu that hurts animals? So you now have to actively choose to be part of this exploitation when you can easily avoid it. And this is what's uncomfortable. This is why you're saying nothing's changing, nothing matters, because the fear that things are changing, you know.
I'm going to show them the knockbox. This is
Tilt
from
down a bit, that's it.
This is from 2010, but that's what the knockbox looks like for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, it's so sad. It's so sad. I'll have a look through this. I'll read out some stuff in a moment.
Now, the reason why things are changing is because when activists go out there and they show the consumer the reality, people with empathy and people with compassion, they do change. Why do people change?
People change when they see the reality. How are you ever going to change when you don't understand the industry? You will have no motivation to change if you just hear the word vegan and don't know anything else. So anyone who has seen the injustice has an obligation to speak up for the victims. Yes, we're vegan. That's a non-action. What vegan means is that you do not partake in the oppression and exploitation of animals. It's a moral stance. It's not a diet. A diet is just part of not hurting animals. Like, humans aren't in my diet either.
People are asking in the chat, what are you, where are you, what are you doing today? Before that, whilst Mel's answering that question, anyone coming in the chat, please put a number 1 in the chat if you are vegan. Put a number 2 in the chat if you're not vegan, but you're open to the conversation around being vegan. And put a 3 in the chat if you don't care about animals. So Mel, why are we here today? What are we doing? What is this all about?
So as you can tell by my sign, we're at a slaughterhouse today for dairy cows predominantly and beef cows. They're not dairy cows and they're not beef cows though, they're from those industries. Cows are cows. We've also seen babies going in here today. Little baby boys going in here. Now we're here to not only put pressure on this industry that kills them, we're here to put pressure on the farmers, the truck drivers, but most importantly, we're here to show you the animals going in today. Because once I used to pay for this. I used to pay for animals to go into slaughterhouses to have the oppression and exploitation forced upon them for me personally.
Connor says, I care about animals, just not you time wasters.
Okay, so if you care about animals, how can you care about animals and oppress them? Now, Connor, I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you don't like Steve, but please listen to the message and please see the animals for yourself. We're not here to spread lies. That's why we're live streaming, to show you the reality. Animals are coming here today, factory farm trucks, small holding, local, organic, free range trucks. We're showing you. Now, I can't force anyone to do anything. As much as I would love to, I can't force people to do what's right.
Well, Connor's next comment was shut up, so I don't think Connor does care about animals.
But
Connor,
what I
you probably care about dogs and cats, right?
Well, how can you care about dogs and cats if you don't care about all animals? Because we're all sentient. We all have a central nervous system, a brain, a heart. So if you do care about one and not the other, that's called speciesism.
Julian John Smith, thanks for your question here. Julian John Smith says, how different is this when other animals eat each other?
Okay, thank you for your question. So this is different because in the wild, animals are obligate carnivores and they don't have another option. Now, for humans in survival have eaten other humans because they haven't had another option. It's that as much as it's horrible for the victim still, I still think it's not nice for the victim. They have more of a justification because if they don't do it, they die. Like, they're doing it for survival. Now, as humans, we don't do this for survival. We don't need to do this to animals whatsoever. So when there's a lack of justification, there's a lack of need to do this. Even if we did need to do it, I would still say it's immoral. But that's the difference. Animals in the wild, different situation. Still bad for the victim though. Still bad for the victim. But what other choice do they have? With animals, we forcibly breed 90 billion animals, land animals, into existence every year, purely to force impregnation on them, to take their babies away from them, and to send them to a slaughterhouse for a tiny amount of calories we don't even need, or for a coat for your shoes. And if you were the victim, as they are the victims, that's immoral, because I wouldn't want to go through that.
38 alt edits, but I'm not vegan, but it's a low-key valid reason.
Yeah, thank you for being here. One stage we weren't vegan either, and we just didn't know. I would really urge you though, because you sound like a decent person, please either stay on this live and witness these animals going in. But when you have a moment, go to our link in our description. There is a documentary. Is there Dominion in our link, Steve?
Yeah.
There's a documentary called Dominion. I cannot express how much I urge you to watch that. It's something no one regrets watching. They wish they watched it sooner.
Yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
That's Dominion on YouTube. If you can't find it in our link, please watch that, because until you know, you don't know the reasons to change.
David, thanks for putting the Linktree link in as well. David's just put the Linktree link in the
Oh, thanks,
chat
David.
comments.
So David was
you
an
can click that.
ex-slaughterhouse inspector as well, guys. Subscribe to his channel. You can ask him questions. He's extremely honest with the things that he's seen. He works for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency. He's an incredible person, and you'll hear kind of how he got into that and why he did that, and why he's now fighting for the animals the other side of the gate.
Guys, please, as you're coming in the room, double tap the screen. Please subscribe and hit the bell, because we go live at slaughterhouses 1 to 2 times a week, every week.
Yeah,
we want you to come with us. We want you to see the animals.
I also want to bring back the urgency of this as well. For anyone thinking about this, right now behind me, animals are being killed. The dairy cows, the mothers, are fighting for their lives in this truck. I don't know if you can hear the thrashing around. You see them at the top of the truck, are waiting to go into a lairage. So cows can smell up to 5 miles away, so they can smell blood. They can hear those screams for mercy from those other individuals. They can hear just then. I don't know if you heard that.
Can you guys hear them? Can you hear the bellows from the cows? Anyone who says about my tattoos are vegan. You can get vegan tattoos.
Yeah, guys, the whole time you're pointing fingers at us, like, don't worry. We don't exploit animals. We're vegan. We saw what happens to animals, and we could never be the person to pay for that to happen. So anything we do, just make sure no animals have been exploited. Make sure it's vegan. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought you were trying to say something.
No. You do this here.
Guys, number 1 in the chat if you are vegan. Number 2 in the chat if you are not vegan yet, but open-minded. And number 3 in the chat if you love stabbing animals. Sorry, guys, it's really hard, because you can hear them fighting for their life. It's hard to... like I said before, you're grieving.
It's hard.
They're all screaming.
It's hard. They're crying out loud today. Them bellows this morning, I will be remembering them for a very long time.
You're grieving. You're grieving for them. You're grieving for them whilst they're still here. You're grieving for them whilst they're going in that place. And it's really hard, because when you grieve, you want to stay silent and kind of deal with your emotions. But my job here as an animal rights activist, as someone who has seen the inside of these places, I have to tell you, because the victims really need me to speak up. My voice cannot be silenced.
So someone saying, go and save them if you care so much. How do we save them? What is the only way we can save them?
The way we save them is by taking personal accountability and removing your support, removing your vote, which is your money. So being vegan is a non-action. You don't pay for the violence and exploitation towards animals. You just don't pay for it. You just avoid it. It's really, really easy. It's very urgent. And actually, most people are vegan in their heart. but in their actions, they're not yet. If anyone is thinking about this, I urge you the whole time you are trying to learn about this industry and what happens to animals, please don't send another animal to a slaughterhouse. Please don't do that. Educate yourself whilst eating a plant-based diet, and then learn what vegan actually is. Because it's not a diet, that's just one aspect of what happens when you don't oppress somebody else. Steve, do you want to switch over for a bit?
Yeah, sure. All right, give us that in case
Yeah.
the truck comes. Okay, right. Okay. All right. All good?
Hi,
Yeah.
Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, please stay in this chat. Trucks are coming today. They're coming through really fast. How many trucks have we had today already?
Like 10,
Easily.
maybe more.
Easily.
That's probably about 300 cows on that. Oh,
It's
so many,
loads.
so many.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we had between maybe 300 to 500 cows here already this morning.
Yeah.
We've been live for like, what, an hour and a half? Not even that, maybe?
Yeah, about an hour and a half, yeah.
So yeah, guys, I'll just make a point here. There are a lot of triggered trolls in the comments, and there's always going to be triggered people when you talk about a justice movement, no matter what the justice movement may have been, whether it was women's rights, whether it was gay rights, whether it was slavery. There would always have been triggered trolls who were uncomfortable with the conversation around that injustice, or uncomfortable with the change around that injustice. Some people who are the biggest trolls actually care the most, because it sort of like flips a switch and you get like heightened emotions. I've seen it on the streets. We go out and we do a lot of street debates and street activism. I've seen countless people come up to the TV screens when we're showing animals being slaughtered, and they jump up and down screaming and shouting. They get really cross and really angry. And if you can just dissolve that anger for a second and redirect it towards the industry, the individual who was trolling, who was the most triggered troll to begin with, often breaks down in tears. They often cry their heart out. They often end up giving you a hug, shaking your hand and saying, "You were right, I just got triggered.
That's so true.
I just got upset. I saw your sign and it hurt me. Your sign telling me that if I'm not vegan, I exploit animals, hurt me, because I care about animals. I love animals. And I've just been indoctrinated and conditioned to believe that this is humane, that this is okay."
Maybe we should show everyone what a slaughterhouse looks like all around the outside,
Yeah,
the
go
gates
for
and
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. Show them the sign, so it doesn't show what a slaughterhouse. It doesn't say a slaughterhouse, does
No,
it?
yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, none of these places ever say slaughterhouse. They always just have like ABP, and then the location here is obviously Sturminster or ABP Guildford, ABP Food Groups, Avara Food Groups, Langport. They just basically tell you the location. Now, if you were to drive past here, you would look in, and I would feel like this is obviously a building of importance, because I think, why is there so much CCTV? Why is there so many spiked fences? Why all the padlocked gates and like everything built up to defend this place?
Truck. Small one, fairly small. All right, guys, truck coming. Please screen record or take any. Oh.
Hey, babies. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for what these are going to do to you in here today.
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm sorry for what our species have done. We're not the same. We're trying.
Oh.
Good spot, Lissel.
A little brown nose.
More babies.
They
More
look so
babies in to have
scared.
their lives taken.
So scared. Going into a slaughterhouse. For what? To be killed for their flesh? For their milk?
Just point out this is an optional product. What's happening on the screen right now is optional, and you have the power to choose whether you want to condone this option or you want to condemn it. Do you condone or do you condemn?
This should have never been an industry. This
I
should
can't believe
never,
this is still happening, man.
never have existed ever.
It's
I
so
can't
barbaric,
understand.
isn't it? It's so barbaric. It's just so fucked up.
Who was the first person to say, yeah, let's build slaughterhouses and let's kill animals? Let's breed animals into existence. It's bullying behaviour.
It's mad.
The weak oppress
It's mad.
and the strong protect.
It's
These
mad.
people who work in these industries, these farmers, they're extremely the weakest of the weak. No morals, yeah. Thanks, Renee. No morals. Thank you for being here. It's been
Man,
a
we've seen hundreds of animals
mind your
going here
back.
today.
I don't trust them. Mind your backs. How could they?
How old were them babies? How old were them babies? How old were they when you condemned them to death for optional products? Fucking bully. He gets to go home. He gets to go home. He's just got a nice big payoff. When they say farmers love their animals, nah. Farmers love profit margins. You can't protect your profits and the individuals. You can't. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
One or the other. When farmers tell you I love my animals, this is just a facade for the public.
My animals. We have rescued chickens at home. We wouldn't send them to a slaughterhouse. We
No
saved
way.
them from a gas chamber.
We must have seen nearly 500 animals come through these gates today. And it's easy sometimes to get lost in numbers and just say 500 cows have come through here. 500 individuals have come through here. 500 sets of eyes, 500 sets of ears, 500 hearts. 500 individuals with the will to live the same as you, with the desire to live the same as you, with the fear of this place the same as what you would have if you was going in there.
Someone said, do you eat eggs?
No.
Explain why.
The reason why we don't eat eggs is the same reason as why we don't drink cow's milk. Eggs and cow's milk have been built up and the consumers led to believe that these are just innocent waste products that the animals produce. They leave on the ground and then we can just use. We think that cows eat grass and produce milk. We think chickens just lay eggs. Here's the reality behind the egg industry. Now, the chickens that lay eggs and the chickens that you eat are two different types of chickens. So, egg-laying hens are a specific breed and they are selectively exploited to lay eggs. When the egg production that they can produce starts to lower, and this is around 300 eggs a year, by the way, nearly an egg a day. When that starts to lower, they're deemed a waste product. They're sent to gas chambers, they're sent to electric baths, and sent to slaughterhouses to have their lives taken at around 18 months old. Chickens who are exploited for their bodies, they're known as broiler chickens. They're often white in color, and they are often killed at 42 days old, 6 weeks old in gas chambers.
Yeah.
Go back through subscribe and go back through our live streams, and you'll see we were at a gas chamber for chickens at Avara and Brackley not too long ago last week.
Yeah, good point. If you subscribe, guys, you can have a look through all our older videos where we are live streaming. We also have our main channel, It's Mel and Steve, where we show our investigations as well as street debates as well. Brandon Rogers, thank you for your question. Put, how long have you been vegan? Oh, and one sec. Renee put, there's great vegan meal prep companies now, which makes it really cheap and easy to have ready meals, especially for new vegans. Yeah, such as Burrito Preps, guys.
Yeah, go over to Plant Geezer. Now, listen, the reason why Plant Geezer is so epic as well is because you're going to get plant-based nutrition, which you haven't got to think about. You just literally like pull out the freezer and cook, and you're supporting another animal rights activist. We're supporting each other. Plant Geezer is an absolutely epic animal rights activist. He puts himself in harm's way for the animals. He defends them with everything you got. Renee, great point to make. Go over and look at Purito Eats. Go and subscribe to Plant Geezer and watch what he does.
Yeah.
So
how long have you been vegan?
Been vegan nearly 5 years. Be 5 years in April. And it was actually the dairy industry that turned us vegan.
Yeah.
Thanks to what we're now luckily or like proudly able to say our friend, Joey Carbstrong. We watched a debate with him. He was debating the dairy industry with someone. And I was thinking, this guy's logical. Like, I understand everything he's saying. I get it.
Yeah.
And then the black and white dairy cow from Dominion popped up on the screen. And I'll be honest with the chat room right now, we both put our heads in our hands and I cried for about 20 minutes, half an hour. I couldn't catch my breath.
What did you see?
I saw a mother cow having her life taken. I saw her having her throat slashed. I saw her being held up on one shackle. I saw the blood draining out of her neck.
How many times did they cut her throat?
They cut her probably about 3 times, 3 or 4 times. They bolt gunned her 2 or 3 times.
Could she feel it?
She felt every single thing. And not only did she feel it, I winced when I watched it.
Yeah.
And not only that, I felt so responsible. The reality of my actions hit me, and I knew that I was personally responsible for individuals like her going through the exact same thing. And it was the dairy industry that turned us vegan after, give me a second, let this truck go by. That's the dead bodies going away in the refrigerated trucks. Now, it was after about half an hour of crying that we managed to pull ourselves together, take a deep breath, and we went in the kitchen and we threw every animal product in the bin and we went vegan. And we changed from that moment on, and we decided that our life now was dedicated to defending the animals, the oppressed, who we'd oppressed.
Yeah.
I've been part of their exploitation. I didn't realise. This is why we can't come from a place of judgment, why we can't point our fingers, and we're not. We're not pointing our fingers and saying you're a bad person. You're evil. You non-vegans are evil, bad people. If you know the reality, if you know the truth, and you continue to support these industries that exploit animals, then it changes.
Yeah.
But for the vegans out there, for the non-vegans out there right now who've never come across animal rights messaging, who never have been told the reality, what chance did you have of making the right decision? How was the consumer, how was the general public ever going to make the right chance when you're not given all the information in the first place? And there's a reason why you're not given the information. If you come and stand here, if you can hear these cows crying like I can, if you can hear the bellows for help like I can, if you see the eyes coming past like I can, and if you see the hope in their eyes that nothing bad's going to happen like I can, you see the reality of your choices a lot differently. You see them clearly.
They're
The
painful
industry will never
cries.
tell you this. The industry would never tell you that piglets at 6 months old go to gas chambers. They would never tell you that your bacon sandwich screamed and suffered inside of a CO2 gas chamber. All we have to do to the consumer to destroy these industries is show you the truth, show you the reality.
Guys, can anyone hear their cries?
They're
Can
crying
anyone
so bad,
hear their
aren't they?
cries? Their cries aren't like mooing. They're like, ah, like
It's
they're
really
in
getting me today.
painful cries.
It's really getting me today.
Hear him shouting.
It's so
Gosh,
hard.
those
Like,
scumbags shouting at them.
I want to jump over that fence and go and fucking defend them so bad. Like, I get an urge in my body. Like, I get a
Same.
protective urge in my body that I just want to run through and just defend them and get them out there. Yeah, all I can do is plead their case to you. You know what this is like, right? Once you have the information, okay, this is what it's like. We've all seen the film Gladiator, right, with Russell Crowe, where the emperor is stood up at the top of the Colosseum and the gladiator is stood there with their sword and the person they're fighting is there on their knees, and the emperor puts his thumb like this, and then he either decides let them live or he decides kill them. Now, when you know the reality, it's exactly the power that you have every time that you spend one penny of your money. You are either saying execute or liberate. And it's down to you. What fits your heart? What fits your moral, ethical code? Are you someone who wants to be known as someone who exploits animals for optional products when you don't have to? Or are you going to align your ethics and your actions and your compassion and your empathy and be vegan? Are you then going to use your liberty, your bodily autonomy, your freedom and your voice to defend these innocent animals? They need people to defend them. Their only hope of liberation is people waking up to the injustice they face. If you're watching this as a non-vegan and you do have empathy, if you do care, if you do have compassion, I urge you, please watch Dominion and understand the reality.
Weird,
Please watch Pignorant.
This van went in. They look like farmers. Now, I don't know if they had a little baby in the back or something. And then
Who knows?
And then Yeah, weird. So the police have just turned
Police
up
have
now.
turned up to keep the live on me.
Yeah. Is your camera on?
Huh?
Is your camera
Yeah, my
on?
camera's
Cool.
on.
So I'll get the police. Always remember to get the police in the shot. They waved to
Yeah.
us as they turned up.
Yeah.
So.
Morning,
Hello.
guys.
Come in peace.
Yeah.
My camera's on as well, all right?
Cool. Thanks for letting us know.
Thanks. We are live streaming,
Yeah.
just to let you know as well.
Yeah.
So,
My name's PC Lewis. I'm from Sturnian. My colleague Jack.
Hello.
nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Streaming. I know your names.
Cool.
Hello, Steve and Mel. All right. I don't know your surnames. I forgot.
No, you're not doing tell us.
Yeah.
I know them.
Yeah.
I'll guess it in a minute.
But maybe not on the live.
Well, if you're streaming live, that's up to you. You can turn it off, can't you, if you want? You can turn it off if you want, all right? But you don't want it there.
No, we're keeping it live on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're coming here today to make sure there's no nonsense, basically. Right?
Yeah.
From my side, we're neutral.
Good.
But we had a report yesterday of something similar.
Right.
We don't want to repeat of any of that sort of stuff, okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you guys go around the country doing it, and that's what you do,
We do.
all right? But some people can feel intimidated by it.
We're not here to cause alarm and distress. We're here to exercise our right to protest within the boundaries of the law. We don't have any intention on breaking the law. We don't have any intention on causing alarm and distress.
Good.
We're trying to stop it.
Yeah. When vehicles turn up, what do you do then?
We film the live stream, film with the camera.
Yeah.
We make sure that we don't obstruct traffic. We don't obstruct the business that's going on here. Again, we stay within our legal parameters to exercise our right to protest. And we simply film animals going in. Our objective is to show the consumer the reality behind the industry. We're not against people who aren't vegan. We're trying to show them the reason why we are, because the industry aren't transparent. So by showing the transparency, by showing the individuals going in, people with compassion and empathy get the message. We don't need to do any more than that. The industry need to do the lies. They need to do the extra stuff. All we do is the camera and the truth is all we need to show people. So that's all what we will be doing. Yeah, staying within our right to exercise our right to vote, to protest.
Yeah.
So you've got no intention to do any sort of breaching the fence or any of this?
Not at all.
Oh no, of course
Not at all. No.
Everything we do is on the right side of the law.
Yeah. No intention to also cause alarm and distress.
Yeah.
Righto. Okay. I'm a Sturminster new, and I said on the camera, so we're about today. We'll only come down if there's a need to.
Yeah.
We do have business up the road today, a couple of jobs out that way, which we've got to go that way. It doesn't mean we're coming back to check on you.
No worries.
So we'll be up and down there.
Cool.
Right.
Thank you for coming by. Thank you.
Thanks for coming by. Thanks for letting us know you're recording as well. People don't often do that. Appreciate that. Okay, guys. That there is an example of how to conduct yourself when the police turn up. They've done all the right things today. No, nothing wrong with them. They let us know that they're recording, which is what they're supposed to do. They said that they're neutral. They're here for as much as us as they are for the slaughterhouse. Everything there above board and perfect. Interesting that the police know our full names and know that we go up and down the country doing this to defend the animals. Good. And I hope that all the slaughterhouses up and down the country also know that we're here to defend the animals. Like I was saying to the officer, our objective is to show the truth and the reality. And luckily here in the UK, we can do that within the bounds of the law. We don't need to step outside them. So stay within the bounds of the law. It's enough. All the consumer needs to see is the injustice. They need to see the animals going in. They need to see what these industries do to these beautiful animals. And that's enough, guys. Stay within the law and do it. Go out there. You've just seen any activist actually who's watching this, who may have been deterred or anxious, thinking, I don't want to get in trouble with the police. I don't want the police to come and arrest me. I don't know what I'm going to do. There you go. Now I can tell you that happens 10 out of 10 times. If you stay within the bounds of the law, that happens 10 out of 10 times. That's it. So now you can remove that anxiety, stress and worry away.
Yeah, this is a great thing with Project Livestream. So we run something, guys, called Project Livestream, where we get activists all across the world live streaming outside these slaughterhouses. Like Steve said, you don't have to jump fences. You don't have to break the law. You just need to show people the animals. Because when people see the animals, there is something very powerful about seeing an individual just looking out of these slates, awaiting to go into a slaughterhouse. And that is enough to change people. The truth is enough to change people. The reality is enough to change people.
Yeah.
The animals are the best activists.
Absolutely. Absolutely. More empty trailers leaving.
So sad.
There's something like about the silence that's deafening, isn't it? When the cries stop, the silence is deafening.
Yeah.
We were at Langport. Do you remember when we were at ABP Langport? And we were down the side by, and it was
Yeah, that was hard.
really, really, really intense with the noise. And then all of a sudden it went quiet. And it was deafening because you knew the animals had gone. The animals who were crying out in their last moments, in their last ditch attempts for help, it was now over for them. Their lives had been taken. That was it. It had finished. Now, if any of this is resonating with you, if you're not vegan, but this is resonating with you and you have compassion and empathy in your heart, this is the message for you today: to watch Dominion, watch Pignorant, and live vegan. Don't send another animal inside of a slaughterhouse for you. These are optional products. You don't need to do it. They don't need to go in. The only reason this industry exists is supply and demand, because people are unwillingly demanding this to happen, thinking that it's something different. They never told the truth.
Yeah, it's not fair that people aren't told the truth. It's not fair. It should be made criminal to lie, to propagate to people. Like, guys, we're not even baby cows, and we're like, people are drinking the breast milk intended for a baby cow. Like, if you think you have not been brainwashed or lied to, and you open your fridge and you have cow's milk in there, that just shows the propagation on the lies that has been put upon you, and that's not your fault. It's not your fault that you don't know. Renee put, how people cannot see a part of their own biology in these animals can only be explained by them wanting to beat down, which is an ego problem. So weak, we have so much in common with them. Yeah.
100%. 100%. As always, very articulate. We're very articulate, Renee. We spend so much time trying to magnify the differences between us and animals and then use that as an excuse to exploit them, rather than looking at the obvious similarities. The similarities are so obvious. When they look back at them trucks, to me, I can imagine me looking back at that truck. I can imagine what they're going through. That's called empathy, by the way. It's simple empathy. It's just, an emotion that we should have as humans. And I believe we're born with it, but I believe that we get conditioned and indoctrinated out of it. But how you can't look at these individuals and see a someone or relate to them in any way as a sentient being, it's beyond me. It's beyond me.
No, it's not a truck.
Do you want to swap back over for a little bit?
Yeah.
They're probably bored of me by now. Let's get Mel back in.
No, we're just saying the same. Like, we're just saying the truth over and over and over, because the truth is the truth. And more people come into the live, different people come into the live, and it's important to educate every single person. No, I don't know, the second officer there was like, he was very nodding his head to like everything we were saying. You never know as well, by the way, if like certain individuals, if they know us and they've seen our lives, maybe they have watched the victims for themselves as well. You never know the change you're going to make. Like police officers, they're just people. They're just people as well who have been indoctrinated by this industry themselves too. We're not against anyone. We're trying to get allies alongside people, because we didn't know once as well. And that's not your fault. That's not your fault. It's these industries, they're the ones who lie to you, and that's not okay. It's not okay, because at the end of their lie and at the end of your action, every time you pay into their lie, every time you pay into their lie, there's a very real victim. Mothers, babies, the males. And you don't know what happens unless someone tells you. You don't see a slaughterhouse on TV.
Itself said plants are alive also.
Yeah, plants are alive, but that's like saying, like, just stating a random fact. That's like saying an AI is here now. Like,
plants aren't sentient, are they?
that's what I was going to get to. So I think you meant that plants are sentient, but they're not. They don't feel pain. They're nothing. Plants aren't like us. They don't have a brain or a central nervous system to feel pain. We only care about those who are sentient. Sentient individuals who feel pain, who can suffer in all the ways that you can, if not more. If anyone does have any real questions, please feel free to ask. We're not scary. We're here defending the animals. The people who are scary are those who are stabbing animals in the throats, who are throwing piglets in gas chambers, chicks into blenders, chicks into gas chambers. They're the people you need to be scared of. So guys, anyone who's just turned up today, we are at a slaughterhouse in the UK. A slaughterhouse. Somewhere that individuals come in and they get stabbed in the throat. They get killed, sent off to supermarkets for their skin, their wool, their flesh, their blood, their babies. And it's absolutely horrific. Everything I just said there was theirs. Theirs. Not yours, not ours. Now, if you're not vegan, you are paying for slaughterhouses. How does that make you feel? And I'm not judging you, but just ask yourself, how does it make you feel knowing that if you are not vegan, you are paying for these slaughterhouses to stab animals for you personally? It's supply and demand. So for anyone who doesn't know what supply and demand means, it means if you are demanding animal products such as meat, eggs, leather, wool, etc., they will supply. So you're paying and they're saying, great, that individual wants more animals to be killed because they want to eat their flesh, drink their breast milk, their eggs and things like that. So they're now going to breed these animals into existence by force, breed them into existence, fatten them up within a few weeks, and then send them to be killed for you personally.
Annie5214, thanks for your question. Are the trucks that they come in the same trucks leaving with the dead animals, or are they brought into the factory, killed there, and then left there and dispersed into stores?
That's it. Yeah, you got it. The second one. So they come in the trucks from the farmer or the haulage driver, and you'll see them come in. I don't know how long you've been on this live stream, but they come in these like trucks that have like these slates on. They're the animals in there. When they get taken in, they get unloaded off into a lairage. The farmer then leaves when the cows or animals are off the truck, and he goes home. The animals are left here, they get killed, and then yes, they get chopped up into pieces straight on a fridge truck to the supermarkets or wherever they're going.
Aussie Dragon 100's comment says, did she just say that sheep are killed for their wool? Is she serious? WTF?
Yeah. Wool is its own industry as well. Sheep have been selectively bred to grow too much wool. Naturally, sheep are actually like how dogs would molt. They would just molt when it's winter, summer, and they would shred naturally. But farmers have intervened and selectively bred them so that they grow too much wool because of the wool industry. They wanted to make money. Now, the wool industry is a dying industry as well. So a lot of the sheep farmers who breed sheep for their flesh will also like make money off their wool as well. It's an industry in itself, but it's also a combined industry too. It's all horrific. Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Someone again says you don't kill sheep for the wool. You've just had it explained to you.
Yeah, you do.
Go and watch Dominion. Click in the description of this live stream. Go and watch Dominion and see the reality behind it.
The wool industry is actually very hidden. A lot of people, by the way, it's not your fault that you don't know this as well. I just want to say it's not your fault that you think this. I used to think the same because I used to love wearing Ugg boots and stuff. And I didn't think it hurt the sheep. But no, the wool industry. The wool industry, as lambs, they actually cut their hind legs area here and around their bum and cut their tails off, or put an elastic band around their tail until their tail drops off to try and stop something called fly strike. It's called mulesing. They do that without any painkiller or anything like that. because the farmers are too lazy to actually look after animals, they cut their tails off and do that. Whereas in sanctuaries, if they are rescued by amazing people and they have their tails, they never cut their tails off.
Aussie Dragon says, oh, so that question you replied to, but not the one asking about cats and dogs who have to eat meat and can't be vegan. What about that?
Look, if we don't see your comment straight away, it's not because we're not going to...
I believe this could be another truck.
I will reply to that.
We'll reply in 1 second to that. We've got another truck coming, guys. Hit screen record, everybody.
I know this truck. I'm sorry, babies. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's the victims going in. What excuses do you have now after seeing their faces? What excuses do you have after seeing their faces?
More dairy cows.
Yeah, Renee, I saw the same. Renee's eyes are so wide open. One of them had an empty look on her face.
She looks pregnant, you know.
They most likely are. Like David said, most dairy cows, when they come to a slaughterhouse, they're pregnant because they're sold on how much they weigh. Jeez, man. This has been a tough one today, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's been hard. I couldn't even get the camera set up this morning because of
Are they cuts on her legs? I managed to get I'll have a look when I get home and make some reels from this, but are they cuts on her legs? At the bottom there's like blood on her feet.
Bless her. Yeah, guys, when we got out of the car this morning, it was so horrific here. It was so horrific that couldn't even think straight to put the mics in and get the camera going. It was like being thrown into some sort of like horror movie. The cows were really crying out this morning. Go back to the start of the stream. I don't know if it'll be on there, but...
You know what? That looks like she's had shackles on her legs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Both
Yeah.
of her feet in the same places look like they're cut, like here and here.
Why do they use shackles?
Yeah, so they use shackles for when a cow cannot stand up, so their legs, like, where they're so weak, they start sprawling because she's gone through so much abuse and trauma, her body can't take it anymore. They put shackles on them because then she's forced to walk to the milking parlour. Forced to walk to the milking parlour one more time before they're like, okay, we've taken everything we can from her now. Now we're going to send her to a slaughterhouse and take her life.
They literally, their legs would splay and they would like be downed without binding their legs together.
So their legs literally, they can't move their legs. They literally are, they're shackles. They're shackles like a prisoner.
To me, this is no different to slavery. You're talking about shackles and chains, and you're talking about numbers and confinement, and you're talking about exploitation and use. And when they can't perform the way you want them to perform, they are now considered a waste product to be executed. To me, like, you line up an injustice that was a slavery like injustice and line them up. Like, my opinion is, like, where's the difference? Like, for me, I can't see it.
There is no difference. That's the point. There is no difference. Guys, has anyone been on this live stream now? Have you seen the victims for yourself? Has your mind been changed yet? Like, when you understand the industries, it's down to you to change. Hold yourself accountable and you change. You can stop this today. You have the power today to end your contribution to this. You look like you're going to say something.
I was going to say, where'd it go? No. Aussie Dragon, back to cats and dogs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us, Aussie Dragon.
Okay, yes. So dogs are actually omnivores. So I'll start with dogs first. They can thrive on a plant-based diet, and in fact, they actually live longer on a plant-based diet and a least hazardous life. This is not my opinion. The facts is there. It's all true. Find Dr. Andrew Knight's peer-reviewed studies on this. You can see for yourself the reality of that. So yes, there is no reason to be giving animals, your companion animals like that, any other animals. It's speciesism. You wouldn't feed a dog, you wouldn't kill a dog to feed a dog. Why are you killing cows, pigs, chickens to feed them? So that's speciesism. Now, a cat, they need something called taurine, which can be supplemented into a well-formed plant-based diet. Yes, they also thrive on a plant-based diet. There's been no difference in their how long they live, but there has been a big difference on how much healthy they are in their life on a plant-based diet. Now, when was the last time you saw a cat go into the ocean and pull out a fish? You don't, right? Why the hell are we feeding fish to cats? When was the last time you saw a cat kill a turkey or any other animal? That's weird. That's not what they would eat anyway, even if they were in the wild. So yeah, if we basically, because we have interfered with animals and we have cats, people breed cats and stuff, we have an obligation to do what's right. So we've got to make sure those cats are on a well-formulated plant-based diet, which you can find from Omni, Just Be Kind website. Have a look at all the information yourself. All the studies are done and they're out there, so check it out. It's not just my opinion. But yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah, like I said, we don't ignore anyone's questions. We do this all the time. We've heard everything. There's nothing new that we've heard for years now.
And we can just simplify this, right, guys? They need nutrients, and we can select the ingredients. So when you can get all the nutrients by selecting ingredients that don't suffer and scream and die on a slaughterhouse floor, that's the moral and ethical choice. It's as simple as that. If you have the responsibility of looking after a companion animal, then you then have the responsibility of choosing the most moral and ethical food source for them too. Which means choosing them their nutrients without ingredients that suffer and die on a slaughterhouse floor. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Another driver coming out now from those poor animals that have been unloaded. There's been so many.
This truck was in and out really quick.
Yeah, this one's really regular. They might do a second trip, this one. They usually do, don't they?
Yeah, I recognise it.
Although, this truck this time wasn't as full.
Yeah.
Usually it's packed and it does another one.
Yeah.
Double drop off.
You start to recognise certain trucks.
Yeah, you start seeing patterns and all sorts in these industries as well. So guys, if you want to join Project Livestream, by the way, if you want to be someone defending the animals, you can do this too. Like you've seen, it's completely legal to do this. Turn up, stay on public land, film the animals, share the animals with the world, go home, make the videos, share their faces out to the world, say they were killed today because you're not vegan. They were killed today because you're drinking the breast milk intended for their baby. Just make anything you can to help them.
Someone who's saying that we're avoiding comments, please put your question back in there. It may be that you just asked your question at a time that another question was being answered. So yeah, we're not avoiding any questions.
No.
By the way, I want to take a moment to thank all you epic, awesome vegans in here. Chat room is mega hard. It's hard to see these animals here with us. It's hard to defend them where people are keyboard warrior trolls. They're not even being like honest with their questions. So I just want to take a moment to thank all you vegans, Mods, David, Alex, everyone. Just thank you so much. Honestly, like, just from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Yeah, it means a lot knowing you guys are here with us. And yeah, chat room's a hard place to be.
Lilani, you just aren't debating with anyone because you're avoiding. Put your question, Lilani. Put it in there.
Yeah, we'll answer anyone's comments. Anyone's. People are so strange, aren't
I
they?
never know if that's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, some people you see like the thumbs up and the wave, and other people do stuff further away. Yeah, strange. Guys, please double tap that screen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. We do this all the time. It's not just like, oh, we're here today. We go out to these places all the time. We hate it. We hate doing it. But if we don't do it and people don't fight for the animals, this is going to continue forever. So we must use our strength to fight for them. And being outside of these places, we have seen, our personal opinion and from our activism is that we've seen the most change from doing these live streams at slaughterhouses.
Mission Impossible says, try and get a tour of the place by yourself, not as a prick. You'll be surprised. We've asked.
Oh, yeah, we always ask.
We've asked loads of these places, can we have a tour? No, no transparency ever granted.
Oh, I just need to do my shoe one sec.
Okay.
Do you want to hold that?
No, you just do your shit. It's fine. It's fine. I'll go from here.
Film the truck coming out. Anyway.
Just asking, would you be vegan in wild nature? Obviously, no. I'm not in wild nature. I'm not in wild nature. I've got options. And this is the facts, right? When you have options to make a more ethical or moral choice, then the moral and ethical thing to do is to take that choice that doesn't involve putting them babies on this truck and sending them here to die for an optional product. This truck came in with innocent animals on it this morning, and within a matter of minutes, leaving. They get to go home, but the animals here are left to die.
I want you all to know as well that that driver, they're smiling, laughing. They think it's funny doing this. They think it's funny taking animals to the slaughterhouse. These are the kind of people you're dealing with.
Yeah.
They're not normal. They're not normal people who do this. In fact, when they...
Hang on. Rick Peters is saying retract the pet statement. What part of the pet statement about dogs being plant-based and cats being plant-based is wrong when you've been given the resources to go and look at? Look at Dr. Andrew Knight. Go and look at Just Be Kind Dog Food. On the website, you can see all the resources for their peer nutrition statements about cats and dogs on a plant-based diet.
Yeah,
nothing there is false.
We won't ever retract anything. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Because these industries have spent so many years now lying to you. It's not okay. So we're here as your friends. Treat vegans like a friend who's just trying to tell you something that you don't know yet.
Yeah.
And again, it's not your fault you don't know. I'm not trying to be derogatory to you. It's the industry's fault for lying to you. And we have seen what you haven't seen. And that's it. We've seen the real data. We've seen the true victims. We've seen a lot of stuff that you haven't seen, trust me. And that's what we're trying to tell you. And yeah, watch Dominion. Anyone on here, actually, watch Dominion and see for yourself why we're so passionate and why we dedicate our lives to fighting for the animals. It's not because we want to do it. I don't want to be at a slaughterhouse. This is breaking my heart. It tears me apart.
Well said, Renee. Renee's comment, bang on again.
Yeah. What's that Renee said?
Absolutely.
Renee said. Do you want to read it out?
I'm just going to get rid of this guy. This is nonsense, so they're going to go. Renee's pretty simple. If you would not feed cats and dogs to lions, then what's your justification to do it with cows for them? We have vegan pet food and it's proven to work, and my pets accepted it right away. There you go.
It's really easy. It's a lot easier than you think it is, guys. Like, by saying, like, please don't exploit animals. It's for you, nothing changes. You do everything you did before. You just, everything you buy just doesn't have a victim.
Yeah.
So if you were going to buy cow's milk, there's about 20 different plant milks you can buy instead. It's not, oh, you can't have this. It's I want to show you the victim so you understand why you choose not to have that, why you choose not to pay for it.
For the person saying, set an example, lose the woolly hat and scarf. They're not made of wool, they're synthetic material. Why would an animal rights activist stand here with animal exploitation on their head and then try and defend animals from animal exploitation? Also, to the person who's triggered about when we said, in our opinion, to me, this is exactly the same as slavery. It's probably because you know that I'm right. And I've said it's my opinion, Leilani. In my opinion, when you give an individual a number and a shackle and a cage and a box and you force them to do what you want them to do, my opinion of that is slavery.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of it? How would you define what happens to that individual? Don't be speciesist. Don't say that it's only going to be slavery if that individual was a human, because then my next question is, what's the moral difference between the human and the cow? That means that it's slavery for one but not the other. If you look at my position, I'm just logically consistent.
Very true. Very true. Here you go.
Yeah, my position here, this is just logical consistency. You take an individual that's sentient, whether it's a human, a cow, a chicken, a pig, a sheep, you take that individual sentient being, you strip them from any identity, you give them a number, you tattoo their ears, you put a stamp on them, you mark them in some way. That's that number. They're no longer an individual, they are my number. You put them in shackles, you put them in chains, you confine their movement. You dictate when they sleep, when they wake up, when they work, when they don't work. You dictate their environment, you put them in cages, and you control every aspect of their life. And when you can no longer profit from that individual, or when that individual no longer means anything to you, you have the right and the ability and the option to execute that individual by any ways you deem necessary or fit or whatever. To me, there's no difference whether that's a cow or a human. But if you see a difference, if you say, for the human it's wrong, but for the cow or for the lamb or for the piglet, it's okay, now you're speciesist.
Yeah, Rene put, by this logic, should it be okay to enslave aliens if they make contact? They wouldn't be human.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just about being consistent. And guys, I want to make a point. We're not trying to butt heads. We're not trying to clash. I'm not pointing fingers at you. I'm not trying to be inflammatory. I'm just trying to be logical. I'm trying to hold up a mirror. I'm holding up a mirror to the inconsistencies of these positions you're putting forward. But these inconsistencies of your position cost someone their life. You being inconsistent costs them everything. This isn't just a dispute between me and you of if we should wear a black jumper or a blue jumper or a green jumper or orange trousers, or whether we should wear shorts or whether we should have a coat on or a t-shirt. This isn't a trivial disagreement between something that doesn't really matter. To somebody, this is everything. This is their whole life.
Oh, I can't believe someone like this is even on here. Dragon, whatever your name is. We are created in the image of God. Cows serve us. How disgusting of you.
What a superiority complex.
Is this a truck?
This could be a
I
truck.
can't work out there's anyone in the back.
No, it's the sewage thing.
How
what
disgusting.
Superiority complex. I always, do you know this thing, it always gets me sometimes when you're doing street outreach and someone says, well, what do animals do for us then? If we didn't eat them, what would they do for us? Why do they have to do anything for us?
People once said that about black people.
Yeah.
What do they do for us if they're not our slaves?
Why can't we get it through our thick human skulls that animals are here with us, not for us? They don't have to serve us. They don't have to do anything for us.
Serve us? That's absolutely vile.
If you
truly are believing in somebody who thinks oppression, exploitation, murder, kidnap is okay, then shame on you. You are worshipping the devil. How disgusting.
It's a bad mindset.
Stop reading a book.
But again, put yourself in their position. If you can't tell me the moral difference between you and these cows, now put yourself in their position. Is this okay? Is this acceptable? Is this justifiable? Would it be okay if you were the one that was commodified and exploited? What if an alien race came down and said, from our planet Leaf, our God on planet Leaf said that it's okay for me to enslave and use humans, because in his book that he wrote, he said that it's okay because they're only humans and humans must serve planet Leaf. Would this all of a sudden mean commodifying and exploiting you is now ethical and moral?
Apparently, if it says Bible on the front of it.
This is just common sense, guys. Now, here's another good point, right? Anyone watching this, Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, Rastafarian, Muslim, Hebrew, whatever religion you want to put a magnifying glass on, not one of them religions mandates that you must exploit, oppress, and eat animals.
Yeah, it's
or use animals. No one does.
cherry picking the Bible to fit your narrative.
Now-
You're using God's name to commit violence.
Now, every single one of them religions, you can also practice that religion at the same time as being vegan. So now you can't use that religion as a crowbar or as an excuse or as a weak justification to continue to exploit these animals. You can't, because the religion doesn't dictate or mandate you to. It gives you the choice. You have the option.
Yeah, someone just put everyone suddenly becomes religious when they try and justify animal exploitation.
Yeah,
Well said.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think you said it right as well. When people want to justify an immoral or unethical act, they say God said I can.
Yeah.
God made me do it. God allows me to do it. But when they do a good act, it's
They don't
never
blame it on
told
God.
me to do the
Yeah.
good act. I done this, me.
They
It was
don't
my
blame it on
decision.
God then.
My decision to help this group of individuals, me, I done it, not God. God didn't tell me, I did it. But when I hurt these individuals, when I exploit these individuals, God said I can.
Yeah, and that's kind of you
Sweet.
admitting that it's wrong because you're trying to wipe your hands clean of the blood that won't come off your hands.
Exactly. You're removing your personal decision. You're removing your personal accountability by saying God said.
Yeah, and Rene gave a good point here. They aren't religious when it comes to slavery. The Bible says slavery is okay. You just have to treat your slaves well. Exactly. It's cherry picking to fit your narrative, and
crazy.
you're trying to crowbar your religion to justify paying for animal exploitation. Do you think God made slaughterhouses, or do you think the devil did?
Yeah, exactly. Does this look biblical to you? Does this look something like, let's say if Jesus walked down this road today here, and Jesus was here, what side of this line would Jesus be on? Would he be on this side here defending these baby animals going in to die? Or would he be that side in a bloodbath, stabbing them all to death, saying, bacon though, burgers though, I love cheese?
Yeah.
I don't think Jesus would be that side if he was here, would he?
Yeah.
None of that would like relate to any religion.
And he put to justify a bad act in God's name is taking the Lord's name in vain.
Yeah,
it's
blasphemy in itself, isn't it? Right.
Yeah. All right, let's get off the religious chat because it's just
religion you can deal with super quick.
Yeah.
You can be religious and vegan. Any religion, you can be vegan. Therefore, it now no longer matters.
Steve,
it's now back on you.
But do you believe everyone should have a choice?
Do I believe everyone should have a choice? I don't believe that anyone should ever have the choice or the option to exploit another. I don't think the choice should be there. I believe that everyone deserves the education, the true transparency of education, so they can make an educated decision. But I don't believe that you should ever be able to choose to exploit another individual. It shouldn't be an option. And when you want to talk about choice, what about their choice?
Exactly.
What about their
Exactly.
choice? None of these animals choose to come into existence, to be exploited, commodified, and executed for an optional product.
Yeah.
None of them. If you gave these animals the option between the life they had, or if they would choose liberty, sanctuary, and freedom, they would choose liberty, sanctuary, and freedom. But they never get the option to choose, right?
Exactly. And yeah, like Rene said, religion evolves too. Religion, in essence, is just culture and tradition. If that were the sole moral guide, then we would still be burning witches at the stake. No thanks. Yeah, there's a lot of violence in there.
Yeah.
So close the book. You also, it's fine, like, if you want to believe in whatever you want to believe in, cool. But don't use that to try and justify exploiting someone else and oppressing someone else. It's not okay.
And we've seen this throughout history. People using religion to oppress other humans. Humans don't buy it then.
Yeah, when you're the
When one
victim.
religion turns on another human group and says, this is part of our religion, no one goes, oh, okay, that's fine. It's part of their religion, guys, so they're allowed to do whatever they want.
Yeah,
That never happens.
if you have a baby out of wedlock, you know what the church says to do to that woman is to stone her to death in the courtyard of the church.
Yeah.
How many people have babies out of wedlock? Do you think we should stone all those women to death in your church courtyard? Yeah, interesting. The person's now run away.
Yeah, this is the thing. But hopefully, meeting someone with logical consistency, if they concede and move away, in the back of their mind when they're by themselves later on, they may be thinking, actually, then people stood outside that slaughterhouse had a point. They did have a point. Maybe I'll go and watch Dominion. Maybe I'll go and watch Pignorant. Maybe I'll go and see the reality and the truth of my choices in supermarkets, in betting shops, at zoos, aquariums, when I buy makeup, when I buy cosmetics. They'll go and see the reality.
It's not rocket science, guys.
No.
It really is simple. It's as simple as this white line they put here. If you're this side of the line and you're vegan, no animals are oppressed on your behalf. If you stand the other side of the line and you're not vegan, then animals are going to slaughterhouses for you personally.
And bring that home today. I've seen 500 animals plus pass us today here to die. And I know they're going in there to face a bolt gun in the head, a knife in the throat, and having their heads cut off in front of each other, smelling it, seeing it, experiencing it. They're petrified back there. Have you noticed the mooing stopped?
Mm-hmm.
Silence is deafening at these places.
If you have a question, just ask it. Don't say, can I ask my question? Just ask it. It's easier.
Now, they're in there for optional products. Optional products. I am shocked that when decent human beings are given the choice to be evil or kind, they would ever choose to be evil.
Same.
I don't believe they would.
Same.
And this is why I have hope for the human species. I don't think that we're born inherently evil. We're not. You see any child around an animal, they love animals. Why do you think zoos exist? Because children love animals. They don't understand the exploitation of zoos. They don't understand the exploitation of aquariums. But children want to go to see all these places because they love animals. I remember a speech once that Mel said, we were doing a public speech somewhere. I can't remember where we were doing it. And Mel said a line that stuck with me and I'll never forget it. Mel said, when I was a child, I begged my mum and dad to go to zoos and aquariums and farms and all these places because I loved animals. And now I will never go to them places because I love animals. And I thought that is just so well said. It's just exactly, it's just so true.
Yeah,
As
I
a
hate
child,
that they
you don't know, but you love animals.
They use a child's compassion against them, and I think that is so disgusting.
And how bad is it that, like, as a species, we know how much children love animals, and parents shovel them down their throats. They force children to eat animals,
That's
even though
so
they know they
bad.
love animals. Why do you think that children aren't allowed to see slaughterhouse footage? Because it would horrify them. But, you know, lion cubs, the lions don't hide the lion cubs from the gazelle being chewed up, do they? You know, the bears and the lions and the wolves, all the apex predators who are obligate carnivores, they don't hide it from their cubs or from their young. But we do as humans because we know it's wrong. And we know that if our children saw it, they wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Why do we perpetuate this? Why are we fighting against this so hard? Why don't we just give in and be vegan?
Yeah, that's who we are. We're meant to be. We're meant to be those people. Someone who just doesn't pay for the violence, the oppression towards animals. Okay, Aussie Dragon Put, what's your opinion on endangered animals being used to repopulate their species?
No, we shouldn't be playing God. We shouldn't be forcing these animals into existence. And if it means animals being extinct, good. If it means that we never have another cow, chicken, pig, sheep, lamb, good. These animals are man-made. These animals are forced into existence. Chickens that you see today aren't chickens that traditionally would have been free and roaming the planet.
I think they mean more wild animals. So
No.
Wild animals that actually the main reason for their species extinction is animal agriculture. That's the reason.
We shouldn't be playing God, and we shouldn't be forcing animals into existence. We shouldn't be doing it.
People use conservation and breeding programs as a means to have zoos. It's a bit like the fairy tale farmers say about humane and free range. It's kind of like something they cover up what they actually really want to try and do, which is commodify these animals and have them in like prisons. Not everyone, by the way. Some charities are trying to protect the animals and stuff like that, but the main reason is animal agriculture is destroying them, destroying their environment, ocean dead zones for the fish. It's horrific. So the biggest thing that you can do today to help all the animals is to be vegan. It really is that simple.
It's not.
Just think of the victim. Just understand the victim and the urgency of you holding yourself accountable.
Yeah.
We did it. Once we knew, we did it.
It's
now
being
you know.
open, isn't it? It's being open to the fact you could be wrong.
Yeah, dropping your ego and understanding this world isn't a nice place. It's not a good place, not for the animals.
They have it the worst. Guys, the animals have it the worst. They've been rounded up today, right? Let's just put today in a nutshell. They've been rounded up. They went to bed last night, they slept. They opened their eyes this morning for the last time. They were rounded up. They were brought here, put behind these gates to be stabbed to death. And people in this live stream who witnessed it have been mocking them. They've been crying, screaming and fighting. We saw, is it still there? Did the big green truck leave?
It's being washed.
It's been washed.
See it at the back, yeah.
The big green factory farming truck that was back there was rocking left to right because the animals were fighting so hard to get out of there. They were fighting for their lives. They were dragged inside there to die, and people mocked them. What's going on, people? Like, come on. We're not that evil. You're not that evil, are you? Are you actually that much of an evil person? Do you literally have that lack of empathy that you mock them?
Steve, we didn't show the last cow. You got on slow-mo.
See if you can get it on. I don't know how to do all that bit on there.
I'm just going to show everybody.
While Mel's getting that ready, guys, let's have a little chat refresh of who's in here. 1, if you're vegan. 2, if you're not vegan, but you're open to conversation. And 3, if you don't care about animals. It's as simple as that. 1, 2, 3. Stressing again, no judgment. We weren't born vegan. We were seeing the animals' plight. We saw what they faced. We took personal accountability.
Doesn't look like it was on.
It was on. It was rolling. What? Turn the camera off.
Can we get some of the other individuals from today?
Wait, what one was that one?
The small holding truck with the one brown cow in. Nope, I found it.
I was gonna say.
You just. I think you accidentally turned it on whilst you were stood there, is all.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the last one to be.
Were they by themselves?
Yeah.
Is it on the screen? Sometimes you have to zoom in. Oh my God, what a sad image. Oh, you poor baby. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. Jeez, guys, come on, please. Oh my God, you can only imagine. You can only imagine.
Look how skinny she is. Please, guys. This isn't a matter of you like this or like that. This is a victim at the end of your choice if you're not vegan. Please, for their sake. Oh, so you look up. I hate this. For their sake, please. Please make that right choice today. Please. We've been out here to show you guys the reality, to show you guys the truth. This is why we do live stream. This is why we live stream, because these industries lie to you. It's not okay. At the end of their lives, and your actions pay into their lives as a victim. Mother, a baby, is hell. Please, for a moment, put yourself in the position of these animals and please change for them. How many more animals do you want to send to a slaughterhouse until you are vegan? Empty truck leaving. I said none immediately and I went vegan. I figured it out. Remember your why? You're vegan for the animals and your how becomes very easy. You can figure it out You've got Google at your fingertips. You got someone helping you the entire time. Let's do this for them. And if you're vegan and you're not active, please message us and get active. You can do this too, and we can support you the entire time. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next live, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Big thank you to all you vegans. And yeah, we will see you in the next one, guys. Please keep fighting for the animals. They need us all.